1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm gonna put up my headphones extra loud so I can go through my hat and my sweatshirt.
I do that when I play the games sometimes.
The games.
And then everybody in the fucking house could hear my headset.
Thus eliminating
The point of having
having the headset entirely.
I hate that you're cutting that with a fork and a knife right now. Just bite it.
No,
You can't even stick the fork through its hard shell.
I microwaved it.
Didn't do much.
I did a little bit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Nice clean cut. I feel like I'm on Seinfeld right now.
I don't know if it's Seinfeld. It's more like, what's the other show that all adults watched in that time?
Frasier.
Frasier.
No, you've seen the episode of Seinfeld where the guy's eating the Snickers with
Fork and a knife?
Yeah.
Seinfeld being on Netflix is huge now.
Mm.
I just put it on. Just enjoy
Let it run.
Just
Yeah.
enjoy it. That's that. We already did the bibs. This. Switch to this.
No.
There we go.
Didn't I say I was going to do something? It doesn't matter now because I'm not over there. Something with the sound. So I could hear it.
Yeah, you did. But that was only for
When
at
I'm
that
there.
spot. Yeah.
I also just completely don't remember what I was going to do.
Which you said you were going to forget. So you're living up to
The pre-party banner is
Expectation.
conveniently blocking whatever it is Corey can't cut up. You are precise.
What do you mean? I cut it up. It's good. I ate it all and everything.
Barely.
that is a very large Reese's peanut butter cup.
It was delicious.
Wait, can I? Oh my God. I could control it from here.
Yeah, right on.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Action cam.
Wait, what's the other one?
It's just me again.
Is it
Peanut butter
control
cup?
for it?
It
I
was
can't.
delicious.
What the fuck is it? Hey.
Oh.
Oh, it is shift F4. Yeah, I'm not gonna play with this. That's pretty cool though. Software cam swapper.
Software cam.
Hell
All right. That's good. That's good. Got my notes here. Getting a little like static. I go.
Yeah, I do. I get just a little bit at the end of whatever you were saying.
It was
We got to clean our cables. I think still there.
Clean them?
Yeah, we got to clean.
it's not from yours. Test.
Not yours either.
It's
Just
you.
this one.
Is it me?
No.
Why would you clean them if they never get unplugged?
I don't know. I'm just.
Moisture gets everywhere.
Yeah.
So what do you clean them with?
Air. Yeah, it's definitely this mic.
You clean them with the blood of children that's harvested by intergalactic demons.
Are you blowing it like a Nintendo?
Could just be bad cable too. It's still there. One, two. 1 2.
Static. Damn, these are crisp.
What's crisp?
This one.
Mm. Let me just
Sharp.
try this real quick.
Nice and sharp.
1 2 1 2.
Nope.
1 2
Not
1
there.
2. Yeah, it's just that one.
Swap the cables from.
Oh, now you're getting fucking.
Well, maybe it's that then we'll know if it's the mic or the cable.
It's not
Well, you can use mine, no? Because it's closer. Oh, wait. Oh,
Don't touch my shit.
it's way over there.
1, 2.
It's gone.
1, 2. It is
Yeah.
gone.
What the
It's gone.
hell?
Just the cable.
What could
Cables.
it be like how they crossed over on the table?
I think so.
Yes.
Might have been something like that. Get that little extra static, a little extra spice.
Yeah.
Everything nice.
You'll look some spice tonight.
mean,
I
our-
would feel it about it.
Our cable management
Well, it's next level is really how you
begs to
described it.
differ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I often think about ways to improve it. It always results in drilling a lot of holes in the table.
Well, in all honesty, I think we're going to get another piece of wood
Mhm.
and build a whole another table. Because
Yeah,
we can
just
basically
off of
just
these
take the
legs.
bottom,
Yeah.
the bottom half off, put another piece up here, drill all the holes we want.
I wish the legs were at the end. Because
Yeah.
I hit this
Well, we
with
could
my
do
knee
that.
hourly.
We could do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'd have to make the table a lot shorter.
Fuck this goddamn table.
What do
Just
we?
need a longer pole in the
Oh,
middle.
yeah. There you
Yeah.
go. Perfect.
Do we need the pole?
Uh,
Sturdiness?
It's nice to put my feet on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't need it.
Maybe we needed to run the cables down. You run it through the pole.
Oh, that would be tight.
Holy shit, the fucking wire tuck.
It
Ooh.
is. Brake line tuck. Through the cable.
Although, actually, we could.
Or we get a one of those cheap skate rails, and then we can all put our foot on that.
That's literally what this is, isn't it?
Just trying to think outside the box.
Buddy, you're stuck in the box. You're
You
fucking-
live in the
You're
box.
stuck in there.
Ooh, did you build the table?
No,
No,
it was here.
left here.
Yeah. That's why I would build a table that doesn't fucking crack in half.
Yeah. This is why this company went out of business.
I wasn't insulting your craftsmanship.
I took
You thought I built this table?
Well, I-
It's
and I-
also splitting down there and splitting down here, but on two different planes.
yeah. They haven't quite met yet.
Yeah.
But once they do, it's going to fall right out from under us.
Yeah. Two of the mics are inside of that plane.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Yeah. It's not going to be.
you had that
not gonna make
V-shaped
it.
table idea for a bit. That was sick.
Yeah. Fine V table.
Yeah.
Might work pretty good.
You know what would be better? If we had 4 individual student desks.
Oh my God.
You could put stuff inside of them,
Yeah.
like cables.
Like books underneath.
Yeah. Let me pull out my notebook.
The amount of boogers that would be under so
Oh,
many
and
so
gum
different tables.
Where can we find school desks?
at a school.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm
ones that
sure
we can
like
have-
I work
What are
for
they called?
multiple school systems. They might throw them away.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm sure at like consignment or what are those things? Flea markets. I picture
Oh yeah,
them being at flea
Office
markets.
Depot,
Like you go to a flea market, switchblades.
Here we are.
school tables, hand
Yeah,
grenades.
exactly. Exactly.
What would it cost to have Corey and Shook in a cage match? Hell in the Cell.
Hell in a Cell. There you are.
Oh boy, what a match!
Hell in the Cell.
All right, here we are. We got some stuff here.
Is this Amazon
Yeah.
school tables?
Nothing
Oh,
other.
yeah, there's got to be something on Facebook Marketplace.
I think Facebook Marketplace would probably be better. I
I'm-
found a classic like high school style one for $150.
Ooh,
New.
You know what's crazy? In the state of Rhode Island, I'm not going to say which school it was, but I went to a school for work, and I was like, hey, where are your switches and everything? We need to reboot it or log in, whatever I was doing. And they're, through the back, there's a room that you'll walk through, and then you'll get to the server room. And I opened up this door, and it was like 5,000 switches, like all old shit from the floor to the ceiling, like you're walking through the Matrix. I was like, why do you have all this shit? And they're like, oh, well, when we're done with E-rate equipment, you have to do all this tax paperwork before you can get rid of it. And we didn't do any of the paperwork. So they literally have 10 years worth of network equipment in
Just-
a room.
wow.
And I was like, and the more schools I go to in Rhode Island, you'll see that they have
It's
a ton of
just,
shit
yeah,
because nobody wants to do the paperwork.
yeah.
All right, here we are.
So they must have desks.
Oh my
That's
God,
where I
we
was
can
getting
pick
to
our
with
own
that.
color.
They gotta have a desk somewhere.
What color you want? I want squash.
What happens if you like Google search
Purple iris? Yeah.
like Amazon
4 to 6 weeks.
and just look up? Let's get real simple with it.
Oh, I can change the color of the top.
Podcast desk.
Whoa, look at that thing. Although that's one person, so that wouldn't
Yeah.
work out.
That's a desk.
Who's
Yeah.
podcasting at these desks?
Anybody,
Mark
man.
Norman.
Oh, that's a pretty neato thing, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, you could put two of those, 2 and 2 together there.
Those are just desks.
yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah, it's literally, they were
Desks that people can podcast on.
Yeah.
like, did you mean desk? Whoa.
Have you seen like the
What
the
hell?
box you can like strap around your head and it's like fully soundproof?
Yeah, that's like if you go up a little bit, that's what that
thing?
thing basically was.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't go on your head, but that sits on a table. Where
This
you
one
can
was like
fucking-
pretty much was like putting on like a cubed helmet.
Yeah, you look like this guy.
Pretty much.
what
yeah.
the fuck?
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, not
Never
really,
seen-
but yeah.
You never
Yeah.
seen 13 Ghosts?
That looks like
like I have.
what's her face from The Exorcist?
It does.
Selma Blair. What's that?
Is this the one with Michael J. Fox?
No, it's the guy from Monk and the guy from SLC Punk.
Wow, it's a combination.
Yeah, what is that guy's name?
Linda Blair. That's who it was, not Selma Blair. Jesus.
This guy, Arthur,
Yeah,
whatever that last name is.
Crit Costs.
Oh my God. He's in that Amazon show, Marvelous Miss Maisel. Fuck, it's so good.
How are they not going to put my boy from SLC Punk on the first?
Clearly, he's not that important of a character in this movie.
What's his name?
Wish you knew.
Just go to SLC Punk IMDb.
This guy, Matthew
Matt Lillard,
Lillard.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah, so that's. I think that's kind of what he's known for, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Poor Bob.
and Scream. He was in Scream.
Yep.
Oh my God, did Bob get lip injections?
What?
Pucker
What
up,
is
baby.
happening?
Where'd he go?
What is happening right now?
Oh my God.
Oh shit! It's got what's his name? The guy who plays Happy Gilmore. I can't remember his name.
Oh my God.
What happened to this kid?
Bob.
Oh wait,
became
that's the kid from
This
the
kid-
Sandlot.
No, that's Bob from SLC Punk.
And he's been in, but I recognize him from other stuff.
Yeah, the Jersey Shore, apparently.
What is that?
Look
A
at that.
Bronx. That's where he is. A Bronx,
Bronx
Tale.
Tale. Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
That's crazy.
no, that's
He
right.
literally became the thing that they were fighting against.
Wow. It's a lot to take in.
He looks like Tupac Light. He looks like Vin Diesel Light here.
Oh my god, he looks like Dr. Evil.
Is that real? Is that a real
He
photo?
looks like Dr. Evil right there. Oh my god.
This is a road I didn't want to go down tonight.
Yeah. Well, how do we
honestly.
get here? Let's get off of here.
Anyways, you haven't seen 13 Ghosts, a great movie. You should watch it. It's actually terrible, but you should still watch it. It's good. It's good bad. It's like Shazam with Sinbad.
Doesn't
I'll fight
exist.
Shook in a cage for free.
The cage is the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the bell doesn't ring. It doesn't go ding ding. It goes ping bong.
Big bong.
I still don't. My wife tried explaining that to me the other day. I still don't really get it.
I think it's just a bunch of crazy like Yonkers dudes yelling shit.
Bing bong.
You see my car outside your house? What does he say? I don't even know. You see my car outside your house? You know I'm fucking signing up. I don't
What are
know.
you talking about?
That one guy, he's like holding dogs.
What guy? From what? I don't even know.
From
what you're
that
talking
video, it's like that video where
about. Oh,
it's like,
there's a video where somebody says "Bing bong."
yeah, he's like in a truck
Okay.
and he's like, "Bing bong, fuck your life." I don't even know what he's talking about because I've only seen clips. But there's this dude holding 2 pit bulls wearing a full construction outfit, and he's like, "If you see my car out front, you know I'm fucking something doing this." Bing bong. They all say that, I guess.
All right.
Sure, I don't know. I'm not from Yonkers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I get my notes ready. Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
hmm.
you guys got to make sure to remind me. I got to tell you after the show.
What the fuck? Dude?
I will forget. I'm sorry I'm doing it so early, but you got to remind
You
me.
can't tell us on air?
No.
Shook, remind. I put it at the end of my show notes. That's recording. That's recording. We ready?
You ready?
Let's do this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Corey.si,
Hello.
Chuck, who is in the Ute, shredding the gnar,
Getting pitted.
that pow,
Fresh pow.
fresh pow. Shookie's in the big chair. He's going to hang out today. Got a lot of things to discuss, some news, some motorsport events that have taken place over this past weekend that have caused,
An uproar.
dare I say, some controversy. But before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by you as a whole. That's you, your whole.
A hole's a hole.
The whole slew of listeners, supporters, watchers, everybody that comes to our events, everybody that tags us on social media with different things, people like Grape Whistle who send us skateboard decks, which is awesome.
Oh, sure. Go grab it. Yeah.
This is all helped to stay afloat by you. So visit our website, revivalmotoring.com. There's a skateboard deck that was sent to us. Huge shouts to Grape Whistle. We're going to hang that up somewhere on the wall over here.
That's right.
But head to revivalmotoring.com. You can purchase some stuff. We're going to have some new stickers up there pretty soon. We made stickers for all the shows finally. Magazines, if you already pre-ordered one, I should have those in hand tomorrow, and they will begin shipping. Actually, as you're listening to this, we're probably shipping these. Hopefully that's the case. If not, it's the next day. But those will be available on our website, whatever remaining stock we have as well. Calendars should be done and printed by next week, so we can start shipping those as well. So those will be put up on the website. So that's how we keep this whole thing afloat, is different merch. And then, of course, the B4B, where you can go to our website and sign up, and you can subscribe and support us for a monetary value each month. So
This guy is hitting his inhaler.
albuterol,
Yeah. Mid.
You got a problem, bro?
is that sandwich really fucking with
a
you?
little heartburn action, gets into the lungs.
Right. So albuterol is the solution.
Hey, man, I'll make fun of you for putting glasses on your fucking face, okay?
But those are already there.
Yeah, they're already there. I'm not.
Yeah, it's like I'm putting glasses in my lungs. Yeah, so these are glasses for your lungs.
All right, there you have it. Shook is smoking glass.
Go ahead and
That's
take
right.
them all for me then.
But that is how we keep the show rolling. So again, thank you very much to everybody out there. And you can go check out our website, revivalmotoring.com. Now I'm going to hit them callbacks.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
A couple real quick. First and foremost, much love and big shouts to John Stairs and Virgil Slammin. Just shouts to them. John does a lot of stuff for Revival Motoring. He's a big part of everything here. So just send him some well wishes. I also have a link from Shabby here.
A link from Shabby.
Yeah. One second. He texted it to me.
I was about to grill Shook about something.
Ooh. Yeah, let me get this.
Yeah. Bring that
Let
up
me
there.
do this before we start grilling. Go to ftcustomprinting.com and you can find JoJo's Lucky Fin Club. It's a friend of Everybody Lock City. It's actually a fundraiser for a child. So go check that out. JoJo's Lucky Fin Club, ftcustomprinting.com. You can read everything about the fundraiser there. So go have a look and donate if you can. So I wanted to mention that first. Now you can have at him. You can grill him.
I'm watching the story he posted of me eating a Reese's peanut butter cup. I've never looked happier in my life. Tell us all about the Lock City dinner that none of us were able to go to except you.
Well, I showed up late, first and foremost.
Fashionably.
Fashionably late.
Yeah.
I may have forgotten to tell my girlfriend that I was dressed to impress, so we showed up wearing flannel.
I mean,
You fit right in.
who didn't?
I mean, everybody did, so it was I can't remember. I think it was Benny posted it was the Lock City flannel flannel stage.
No,
or
oh no,
something.
flannel belt.
Flannel belt. Yeah.
I see that. I see that. It's in flannel belt, and I fucking lost it. I'm like, whoever thought of that is top notch.
They get it.
That's top
Yeah.
tier. It was a really good time.
You set the stage. What's the ambiance? What are we talking about?
Well, when I immediately walked in the door, I thought I was in the wrong spot, mostly because it was like a banquet hall. And
Yeah.
I was thinking it was just going to be like a restaurant, but it was set up. Man, it did look like a restaurant. So I don't know what I'm talking about. It was just dimly lit, a banquet hall. And at first I'm like, there's a lot of goddamn people in here. And I didn't recognize any of them. I'm like, this might be the wrong place.
Well, yeah, because everybody's not fucking dirty, covered in helmets and rubber.
Yeah. And then as soon as
That
I
came
saw
later.
it, luckily Shabby was walking by to get like thirds. It was an hour late, so. And he was like, oh, you guys can sit with us. And it was awesome. Junior Savage, I think he was the only one who made the video. If there was somebody else, sorry. I just know that it had Junior Savage's name on it.
Yep.
He produced like a long or two fairly lengthy and girthy videos
Yeah.
of all Lock City highlights, which slapped.
Yep.
It was awesome. Mike Lynch talked about, the season and all the drivers, and there was driver awards with like little clips or pictures of everything, and then there was a bunch of like reels of all the pictures that all the photographers took all over the year. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's
it was
cool.
a sweet recap.
Yep.
Talk about effort
Yeah, no,
and
it's,
like
it's
appreciation.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's
We
a
got a shout
very,
out.
very good thing to culminate the end of a season. Again, like you're there. There's no contest or anything, obviously.
No.
With this particular year, but like it just goes to show how much Mike and the Lock City event organizers appreciate everybody going
And
just
care.
being part of it. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And a big part of the community overall.
It's sick. Like literally he shouted out every media guy.
Yep.
A lot of the drivers that, had done something noteworthy. Anybody that helps or supports, he gave us a shout, and
Yep.
he's mad you guys didn't go.
I unfortunately
mad.
genuinely
He's
forgot about
disappointed.
it.
Yeah.
I was busy the weekend prior and kind of had my head in the clouds of this weekend coming up, aka last weekend. I was like, I gotta lay low, regroup,
Yeah.
recuperate.
Yeah.
Get the sand out.
I was gonna say
I'm
you're
still trying to get the sand
still
out.
trying
yeah.
to get the sand out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good time. Also, somehow, the pizza up there in Northeast Connecticut was good, which
What-
is unheard of.
What do we have a location?
I don't know if it was like the restaurants
Mm.
pizza
Mm-hmm.
or what. It was very good.
Okay, right on.
I didn't eat the pepperoni one, but that veggie slice. Ooh, and the chicken tenders.
Veggie?
A veggie slice that makes you think about
Well, it was
it
like peppers,
after the fact.
peppers, onions, and mushrooms.
So a veggie slice.
Yeah, it was good.
All right.
Some peasant shit.
Noteworthy. There were sausage and peppers, chicken tenders.
That sounds. I mean, that all sounds good. That
Dude,
sounds right up my alley. I'm
those
not
chicken
regretting that I
tenders.
forgot about it.
Whew, those chicken tenders.
Are they from the track?
They were better.
haven't
than
been
the
ported?
track.
Oh no, I'm not
Definitely
doing
better
any
than
more
the
track chicken tendies.
No, those wax the track, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude. There's problems.
Every time.
We gonna have problems.
So did you take home any hardware?
Like, did I steal something? No, I didn't.
No, not did you steal something. I'm just kidding. Like there were awards, right?
Oh, no, I'm a piece of shit. I didn't get anything. I just show up the
We'll
trip,
get him
man.
next year. We'll get him next year.
Listen, I don't care if I never got a trophy.
No, I'm just fucking. with you.
Yeah, no, I'm
fucking-
just saying. Everything else is what I appreciate. If I get one good picture of my car for the year,
right
from the media
it's
team,
a
I'm
good-
stoked.
Yeah, yeah.
If I'm not on Mike Lynch and Josh Shabby's shit list,
Yeah.
well, I'm good.
I
have
do
they,
everything I can to put you there.
Yeah, I know.
have they kicked you back down to C group yet?
No, not yet. Like, hey, did you see Shook just went off last year?
I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter.
I'm gonna leave a Yelp review.
Just a fucking essay, just a giant essay.
5 reasons why he sucks.
Why you should be demoted. Well, that's cool. No, I'm glad you went. Glad everybody had a good time. Shouts to Jake and the Street Heat crew. I know they probably had a good time.
Yeah, that looked like from afar, because I mean, I don't really know those guys, but it was like drinks, food, and immediately after Mike Lynch was done, dice were brought out.
Dice,
so
yeah, that's it. It sounds like a lovely evening.
They really tied one off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
It got far more expensive than I was willing to invest in.
Yeah.
Right away, they're like $20 game. I'm like, I'm out. Not even
Jesus.
invited. I'm out.
Let's see other callbacks. Way back to, geez, maybe the New York Auto Show. I can't remember.
Wow. Okay.
Was it that or yeah? I think it was that. Maybe even SEMA. I can't remember. We talked about the TRD Camry.
Yeah. I was stoked on the TRD Camry.
Finally seen one on the road.
Really?
A white one. The wings.
Oh, I was gonna say, is
The
that
wings
the
a
one with
little,
the wing?
a little out of place.
The wings. It's
I hate it.
it's there.
The rest of the car is sick.
But I'm like, what the hell just buzzed by me? And then obviously in Massachusetts, the way traffic works,
Yeah, you never.
it doesn't matter because I caught right up to him.
Yeah.
Not even 5 minutes later. So it was literally right on the side of me. I'm like, oh, that thing's pretty cool. It was a white one. So it had black roof and a bunch of black accents and things like that.
Yeah.
Did have a little bit of a growl to it. So I don't know if it was OE equipment or.
It does have a TRD exhaust on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that entails.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any.
I could hear it. Let's put it that way. I could hear
Yeah.
it wasn't just,
I've seen two driving by me like pretty regularly.
Yeah.
It's a really cool car.
this is the first time I've seen one. I was
Get
just
some
like, oh
beefed up
shit.
suspension
All right.
to it.
Yeah.
Some sway bars.
And
like-
the thing, everything on it looks just a bit more beefed up is a good word.
Yeah.
Beefed up is a good way to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, I would drive one for sure. The white's a little too because of all the black accents everywhere. It's a little too much. I do like a dark grayish silver one.
Yeah.
That's pretty tidy.
Right, the contrast between all those black, it just stands out.
Looks a
I
bit
could
like a
see if it was-
Dalmatian.
right, I could see if it was in gray, it would hide itself a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mellow the curves.
Yeah, exactly.
It is pretty curvy too, but somehow
Right, yeah, it's muscular.
it's muscular. It's curvy, but it's also boxy somehow.
What are those things going for now? Do we know?
I honestly don't even know. My guess would be
30K.
38.
Yes.
38? 38, yeah. Okay.
But like it's got like that. Let me just pull up a picture. It's like a brick, but with curves.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see.
What
I'm just gonna say
car design in 2022?
Yeah, brick with curves.
Yeah,
curvy, bricky.
curvy yet bricky.
Yeah, you see what I mean? It's like a box or like a brick,
That blue one.
but it's got that.
Wow, I've
sweet
never seen a
door
blue.
body line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh, wow,
blue's tight.
blue.
That
That
blue.
blue slaps.
is
Take
bringing
that
it.
red pinstripe.
Get rid of the
off.
red pinstripe shit.
Trash.
Yeah.
The wheels are tight.
We got 38,
The-
44,
The grill is tight, and I
Thir-
like
these
how.
the prices.
41, yeah.
Holy shit.
37.
I also like how
44. That has to be a brand new one.
Yeah,
Loaded.
there's
No,
brand new
3,500 miles. Someone's stretching.
one. Holy shit.
they put like the little super accents.
And that's
Yeah.
with a $2,600 price drop.
Wow.
Have you noticed what's their van?
Non-manual, right?
No manual.
Okay.
What's their minivan called?
Sienna?
Is it the new Sienna?
I think it's Sienna.
The thing with the gigantic grill. I actually kind of like. I don't like it, but I'm like, wow, that actually looks all right.
So shouts to Sammy Scene Points, but he pointed out they are essentially a huge Supra. Look at the tail lights. It's a huge look at
It
it's
is
a
a-
huge Supra.
It is a bulbous Supra.
Look at the front. It's an enormous fucking Supra bumper. And it's got the super tail lights and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Good call.
They're kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I see it.
It's even the rear quarter above the rear wheels, that arch, that's a super line.
Yeah.
Who's the kid? Aiden, I think is his name. He's from down south or whatever. He's
Yeah.
big into minivans.
Toyota Sienna best car.
Yeah. Big into minivans. That kid is fantastic follow. Jesus, he looks like a good
Oh
time.
my god. He does.
Small kid, right?
Aiden MT, I
Yeah.
think is his
Okay,
Instagram
yeah,
name.
yeah.
He's a
Sometimes-
I've seen
detailer.
stuff before.
I'll watch how people post a lot of shit on Instagram and you're like,
I watch it all.
I watch it from beginning to end and I'm laughing
Yeah.
because he's just got like this finesse. He's
Wild
like,
shit.
bro, I just popped his hood, bro. No. And they like post some like ghetto, it's like repair. Or,
Yeah.
He's like, what's that called? Like the while you're in there phenomenon.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I went to do a head gasket and then I rebuild everything.
Yeah.
I went to go vacuum the seat and I ended up removing the entire interior and shampooing
And,
it.
yeah, and then he vacuums it with like cross hatching, so he'll go this way, then this
Right,
way.
right. Like grass at Fenway.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouts to that guy. Follow.
Yeah, Aiden. Aiden's a quality follow. But yeah, he's big into the minivan world. He's he puts the scooters in the back of them.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of Honda. It's not the Ruckus. It's an old one, the Elite.
Yeah, something like that.
And he bought one. Then he got another one because it was like a good deal, and like his friends got some.
And then he bought more for all his friends to ride with him.
Yeah, then he got a community one, and then a bunch of people donated to like fix it. So
Yeah.
now and then he's got all the Honda Elite access, like it's got a big windshield and a box in the back. So there's like 12 of them.
He details the shit out of it. He's sponsored by Griot's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he detailed the shit out of it.
Yo,
Yeah.
he detailed them and they look brand new. It's sick.
What,
That's
can,
just
can you
random
pull
kid
one
on
up?
Instagram.
Can you pull one
Yeah,
up?
yeah,
What is
yeah.
it? Honda what?
Bring up his Instagram because like that'll give you a really good.
Honda Elite.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Dude, there they are.
So
Holy
his,
shit.
Like that red one.
his looks like this. I think it's literally Champ White. Like that's the color that they use. It looks
Yeah.
like this.
Oh my god! It literally
Dude,
looks like
they're
it belongs
sick.
in Total Recall.
Oh god. And he's got a yellow one too, I think. Let me pull up his
Why is? Oh wait, that's fake. That one is fake.
Yeah,
that's a
fake.
model
Yeah.
because there's a battleship model right behind it.
What's this thing? Aiden?
Aiden. I thought it was Aiden MT, but I mean, I think if you go to Instagram, you can maybe just look from there. It's definitely AID. Yeah, right
it
there.
is Aiden MT. What the hell? Yeah, so he's got this dumped coupe or a vert.
Yeah, he's got some sick cars as well, but he's just a quality follow on Instagram daily.
This is Dad's.
He's into the cats.
Yo, and it's hilarious because he does a lot of shit that people like. He'll pull his cat's head back, and like then 30 people will at him, and he'll post them all to his story.
Yeah, just like check this out.
Oh my god!
Pudva, isn't that Pudva?
It looks like it. No, it's not Pudva.
Are you sure that's Pudva?
That's Bizarro Pudva.
Yeah.
On God, that's Pudva.
Those look pretty cool.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
not.
But he's big into these, and then he's big into the the minivans as well.
Yo, his
so.
Yeah.
his boy Parker like jumps him.
Yeah.
Did you see those
Yeah.
videos? Like they hit speed bumps and jump him like a car length.
Does he have any of the minivan on here?
Bro, look at this.
Honda
he got like
Elite
he
80.
reupholstered the seat. I think.
It literally looks. Yeah.
It looks like the interior of an Audi.
Yeah. Look at that fucking thing.
And he'll replace everything with all OEM shit too. Like he won't. He's like, they got these knockoff wheels. He's like, no, fuck that shit, bro. Let's.
He makes everyone uses them. He makes the spinner, the wheel.
Oh yeah, the spinner.
You put
Oh,
like a
for
wheel on it.
cleaning wheels?
If you're rebuilding or cleaning, he makes them
Okay.
and sells them. Sells out like every time.
Here's the van. So he had a couple of vans. He had one van that like it blew up, so he bought another one. So he towed his van with the van. It's incredible. And then he like got like a rack for the scooter for the back, so he was like driving around with it on the back of his van.
Yeah.
Bro, and then he like drifts it in the snow. Yo, it's so funny.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He drove up here to Connecticut in this thing, and there was in the night that he came, it snowed. So him and like Jimmy Oaks and them were like shredding this thing through the snow. Yeah, you gotta go follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Check it out.
not to be totally down a rabbit hole.
Sidetracked. What else do we have for callbacks?
I have one. We often get asked this question. It's actually been a little bit, but we were asked a bunch about like other podcasts we listen to that we thoroughly enjoy. Obviously, everything on the Revival Motoring Network, first and foremost. Let's just put that out there. However, there's not a new podcast, but new within the last year called Our Thing. It's Our Thing is the name of the podcast. It's a podcast about Sammy the Bull Gravano, and he narrates his life in the mafia, as far as yeah,
My life's over now.
as far as I think it starts around he's like 8 years old, and it's single man, just him. He's talking, but it's got such a quality to it where if he's talking about a certain like scene or setting, the audio is very low in the background. Like he could say it was like, oh, it was like a rainy night, and you can hear like rain and like little footsteps.
I like that. The onomatopoeia.
Or he's like, yeah, we walked into this restaurant and you hear like a door open and like low, like kind of chatter. Production high quality is super high. The podcast episodes, I like the way they did them. So if he tells a story, if the story only took 20 minutes, the podcast episode was only 20 minutes. Whereas it's like if he tells a bigger story, like it could be an hour plus. So it kind of you all grouping together. But it's Our Thing. I found it everywhere, Spotify everywhere, but it's Samuel Gravano's like life.
Does he got an accent?
Heavy
Oh,
Italian, New York, Staten Island accent.
If he says Stugatz, I'm
dude,
big in.
if you bring up, he looks menacing. Bald dude, older, like sleeve tattoos from like wrists to like shoulders. But he's got recognized for pulling off one of the biggest hits of all time. These are all,
Like,
yeah, like that's him sitting in the chair.
this guy?
Yeah, like to go down to the right. That's him right there.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. That's a man who's
That's a
seen
fucking
some
boss
shit.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
Oh, he's a-
I'm telling you, yeah.
Any
he looks like Junior from.
anytime a Kangol hat is worn backwards and
Yeah.
it's not Samuel L. Jackson,
Yeah.
stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
Generally,
Say a fucking word.
Now,
I dare
the things
you.
he talks about, obviously, spoiler alert, he rolled over on a bunch of people, gave up all his information. Now he's capitalizing on it after many years of not being able to.
Yep.
I'm sure he's making an incredible living for himself because the podcast is blowing up. I'm certainly not discovering it for the first time. you
right,
know.
right.
It's incredible. But the things he talks about cannot even be made into like a movie or a TV show.
Just
So
too
it's not
far.
really for the faint of heart.
Just
like,
too far. Yeah.
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 There's some pretty, but also it's like there's some like real kind of like, if this is the life you live, that's how you die type stuff in there. And
Yeah.
you're like, wow, that guy was a piece of shit, but I really respected him. You know, like I really felt for him
Yeah.
in the end,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Right. It's yeah.
And we get asked a lot, but like this one came up and I've put everything else on the back burner just to keep up on listening to this. It's done in seasons as well. They're on their third season. I've blown through a season and a half so far. So I expect tomorrow to kind of finish season 2.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's so good. The production quality is kind of what makes it. And the fact that it's just him. And he's tells some stories and they're really slow and there's long pauses. But it's not really for dramatic effect. It's just like recounting something that happened such a long time ago in such a dramatic fashion. Probably takes a little bit of time to process and be like, okay, like
Yeah.
how to.
It would take longer to like clip out all that shit than to just.
Yeah. I don't think it would have the same effect if they were like to clip it out and just let it run versus him kind of like taking like these deep sighs and like heavy breaths and like you can hear him kind of like kind of think about.
Well, there are some right. It's real and there are.
It's just him.
and it just puts emotion.
Yeah, because I think
to
a
it.
lot of times he's retelling these stories for the first time in a long time. So
Right.
it's kind of like you're reliving something that happened and then something clicks and he's like, thinking back, that wasn't a good move. You know,
right,
like
right. Just walking you through. I
incredible. So check it out.
Instant subscribe on
Killed
that
a
one.
guy over at Gabagool, you know.
Yeah, literally. So
Took my Gabagool, stabbed him in his throat, you know.
What other podcast? You don't even listen to many other podcasts, do you?
Realistically, the only other podcast I listen to aside from I listen to Under the Stairs. I don't
Yeah.
because I don't know anything about NASCAR, so I won't listen to
it's a good way to learn.
It is, but I don't know, like racing, I can't get into it. I even tried with the F1 because a lot of my friends are into it.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold my attention, and it's not because it's not cool. It's
Buddy,
cool as
did
shit.
you watch last weekend?
No, it's like I just can't get into it. I'd
I'm
rather
still-
race
I'm still uptight.
than watch a race.
You got to watch Drive to Survive.
Is that a movie?
It's a Netflix show.
That will get you into F1.
Oh, then yeah. I mean, I'd give it a shot again. But
And like Dan, myself, and Kyle talked about it when I went on their show. Like NASCAR needs something like that because
I'm sure there's intense, serious drama in NASCAR as well,
Exactly.
the same way F1 is.
yeah, probably even not more so, but just different.
Relatable, maybe?
Definitely relatable,
Yeah.
especially like, or it's definitely different because in NASCAR, and the boys talk about a lot of the times, you can be a driver and drive for different businesses, but the sponsors follow you.
Oh.
So there's different race teams, but the sponsors like there's this one kid, new kid or whatever. I guess he races currently for Dale Jr.'s team or outfit. But the like CEO of Bass Pro Shops loves the kid, and he basically said to Dale Earnhardt Jr., like, hey, love this kid. Just to let you know, this isn't a Dale Jr. Racing sponsorship. This is a whatever the kid's name is sponsorship.
Yeah.
So if
that's
he
cool.
goes, we go as well. So it's just like
He could hire
that
his own
sort of
guys and still be Bass Pro Shops.
that sort of drama. I'm sure unfolds all the time because both naturally and from bad performances, the drivers are either losing or gaining
Yeah.
or shooting themselves in the foot by doing something stupid or saying something stupid. So
I mean,
I'm
we've
sure
watched
it'd
like
be-
fights break out.
Oh my god!
yeah.
I would love to see something like that. It would have to be of Netflix quality.
Like that.
That
sort
same
of backing.
Yeah, that same cinematic feel, that sort of stuff. But who knows?
Yeah. I mean, really, to answer your question, the only other podcast I listened to was like the Cowboy Boys podcast with Shane Smith, who's a comedian.
That's such a random one to listen to.
It's
I've
so
never heard
random,
of it.
and it's honestly
Shane
like
Smith's really funny, but yeah, I
and
can't
it's-
really listen to it because it just kind of goes nowhere.
It goes no. Listen, if you want to hear stories about the craziest shit, it's like you'll be laughing at something, and then he'll talk about this one time that he like fired poop out of a potato cannon at Shakespearean actors, and then they start talking about like mythological beasts or like British captains of boats, and it's all like in one episode. You're like, what the fuck just happened?
How did I end up here?
Yeah, I listened
Yeah.
to 40 episodes in 1 week one time.
Jesus Christ,
How
dude.
the hell did that happen?
Actually, you drive a lot.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to the same shit basically until now. I'm going to listen to Sammy the Bull.
Yeah, I
Oh
want to
my
hear
God.
that.
But the last podcast on the left, as always, they just covered Lizzie Borden.
Yep.
Which is great because obviously Fall River.
Local hero.
I mean, Fall River.
130 years later, still out there,
Yeah.
still getting it, still praised. Quite. They break it down. It's 2 episodes. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in the first episode because like they're saying this shit and sometimes they throw their little digs in there or whatever about Fall River and just like it's fucking accurate.
Yeah.
And these dudes aren't from here, but
I gotta
it's
be
so
there tomorrow.
Oh, it's so accurate. Oh boy, praise be. But yeah, last podcast on the left. I'd like to listen to different stuff. So like there's this one podcast. I don't know if I talked about it before. It's called Blackout. Basically, it's got Remy Malik, who's on the podcast, and it's like a story. It's not like a just talks podcast. It's an actual story podcast. So I listened to that like a year and a half, 2 years ago. Season 1 came out. It's like, wow, that was pretty fucking good. Good story, all that sort of stuff. Season 2 came out. And they just fucking railroaded the entire thing by the second episode. And I'm just like, literally, as it happened, I'm like, well, I'm done with this. I'm
Yeah.
never going back to this.
Yeah.
Ever going back. Like, completely ruined it. It just, put it this way. It's like, if you watch Breaking Bad, right? If you ever watched the Breaking Bad, you watch the full season 1 and like, oh, this show's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then like on the second episode of season 2, if they just shot Walter White in the head. That's not what happened, but like that's the only way I can
Yeah, it's the best analogy for it.
equate it. It's
And
just,
I love shows like that, but it frustrates me by when their episode structure is like, all right, we're doing great for ourselves. Oh, a new bad guy comes in. How do we beat him? We beat him. Next season starts. All right, we've been doing well for ourselves again. New bad guy comes in. Now, how do we beat this guy?
Oh, The
well,
Walking
it's,
Dead.
it's right. The Walking
Every
Dead.
time
It's-
Walking,
Walking
Dead
Dead.
does this.
Yeah.
has been doing it. and it's
Dexter
still,
does it.
Still doing it. Right.
It's every time. It's like the same shit.
Yeah. It's a formula, and I can see it with a lot of things like Dexter, for instance. Dexter at least kept it entertaining until the last season.
Yeah,
I haven't watched the new shit. I'm
the new
afraid
stuff's
to.
good. My girlfriend says I can't get.
I'm
back
just
into
afraid
it.
to. Right. Exactly. It's just kind of tainted to me.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, the each episode had a beginning and an end, but the overall story continued, which was good.
Yeah, it's cool.
So yeah, I like stuff like that. But yeah, the Blackout podcast, just don't fucking do it.
The
You're
only
gonna
other
be
one,
highly upset.
the only other one I listened to was, I want to say, something gas. It was like the Donut Media guy.
Oh, I forgot what it's Past Gas.
Past Gas.
Yeah,
yeah,
Past
and they were
Gas.
talking about I listened to the whole Ford versus Ferrari thing.
Yeah, I haven't listened to any of those.
It was a little cringy because he was doing the voice,
Mm.
the Italian voice. He's like, "I'm gonna build this a car."
The one you were just doing
Yeah,
earlier
yeah,
about the couple.
Yeah, yeah,
the,
yeah.
one you do, the one you do all the time.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
What the fuck was I just thinking of? There was something.
but nothing else.
Oh, that's what it was. I tried to. There's a podcast called Corvette Today or Corvette Weekly.
Oh boy.
I attempted. I tried, man. I got like 8 minutes in, and I'm just like, nope, not happening today.
What do they even talk about? The
Corvette?
same
Corvette.
motor?
brother?
Corvettes.
I know, but like, what about them? Like, oh, this one's got the 337.
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Oof.
Yeah, but I think it was like, just the different models. There's 8 different generations now.
There's 8 different generations sitting on the podcast.
Right. There's plenty of source material. They can talk about the museum, I'm sure, for a season. They
For a season.
Really stretch that thing out. Yeah, I tried, and it was just, it's like this big broadcaster, some guy I've never heard of, but says he has a bunch of awards. And you're just like,
Allegedly.
well, welcome to Corvette Today. And I'm just like,
Oh my god,
Oh,
that is
boy.
the worst. Or remember the old I don't even know what channel it was on, where they'd be like, it's like a garage show, and they're like, "Hey everybody, today we'll
Oh, my God,
rebuild our
yes.
1997
Yeah.
Mustang."
every show
Yeah.
on like, what was that network?
Power TV or
Power
whatever.
TV, yeah, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Check
It's all
it."
on YouTube now. I watched it all, and
Dude,
it was
I
great.
watched one on 302, and it's so corny, man.
Yeah, but it's good. It's educational.
it is. But I can't stand that guy's voice. Like, check this out in this here next clip, and then
Yeah.
like a guitar starts
Yeah.
soloing. Some
Yeah.
dude smoking a cigarette in the background.
Definitely big SIGs inside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Many SIGs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, if anybody has any suggestions for podcasts, the story ones, I'd love to listen to some that I don't have to turn off immediately.
Yeah. Bonus points if he talks like this.
Another one, I don't know if you listen to it, but like Crime Town.
So I've listened to Crime Town, the Providence one.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Cianci one.
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I know there's a season 2 of
Yeah,
like a
season 2 is in
Chicago.
Chicago. But they moved to a different network, so you can't really listen to it. You have to like subscribe to some other network, I believe.
Okay.
that.
Yeah. So it's fucking ruined. But that Crime Town, the Buddy Cianci one,
Yeah.
and the Providence one overall, absolutely fascinating. Like that was when I banged through the entire. Like,
Do they talk to you like Unsolved Mysteries? Are they like
no.
"There was a pool
It's
of blood and
no.
no one ever found it"?
No. It talks to you like
Normal.
a
like
fucking
normal
human
humans.
being.
Okay.
Yeah, they interview a
'Cause-
bunch of people. It's like documentary style, but
I
just
gotcha.
in audio form. The other one was Son of a Hitman. That was fucking phenomenal as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like the murder stuff. It's gonna sound crazy. I like the murder stuff, but like I want to see visuals. I want to see the murder. I want them to be like, "Here's where she was murdered," and then they
Sometimes,
show the murder, and I want to be
honestly,
like, "Oh God!"
Honestly, sometimes like with Last Podcast on the Left, I'll Google stuff
shit.
that they talk about and just like,
Wow.
shouldn't have done that. Didn't need to see that. Should have just let it stew in my brain.
Yeah, it's like when
Yeah.
you were 17 and you had a computer and you're like,
Diesel Dave. Have you ever heard of the Joe Rogan Experience?
it's
"It's pretty food."
yes.
It is pretty food.
Frequent that one often.
You guys, when you were like 16 at a home computer, you Googled faces of death.
Yeah.
I will never forget the first time I Googled faces
But
of
I
death.
was like 13,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, what a wild feeling it was to watch a Russian man cut another man's head off. And I was like, I couldn't sleep for like 3 weeks. Like legit. Like I would think about it and I was like, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
These are things in the world that exist
Yeah.
that we are sheltered from, thankfully.
Yeah, the internet sculpted me into the man.
Yeah, the internet brought all that to the forefront.
Yeah.
You know, Bo Burnham has a song about it.
Oh, that's another I wish does he have a podcast?
Everyone does.
I feel like he should and it would be good.
No, he just makes phenomenal
Songs.
content. Yeah.
Because you know who we should I don't know, do you guys listen to what's his name? Bill Burr?
Yeah. Of
Yeah.
course.
I should get into him. He's like one of my favorite.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
I just like how he yells.
That's one I don't listen to near enough.
yeah.
That's
I don't use an umbrella.
perfect example of a single man show.
Oh yeah.
Like
I love
call and return to yourself type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he said about the umbrella. I don't use an umbrella. I'm a man. I just shrug. I shrug and I get pissed off.
Bill Burr's fight with Philadelphia, fight at a Philadelphia comedy show is one of the best things ever. You can YouTube it. Basically, it's a bunch of it's a comedian show. Obviously, there's other comedians out there. They're all fucking tanking because they're from Boston and New York, and it's just Philadelphia, and they're fucking grimy. And Bill Burr goes out there. They immediately like start booing him.
Oh.
It's like it's starting to fucking. But he just starts laying into him
He goes out there throwing haymakers.
for like 15 minutes straight, saying shit like, "What do you praise a fake statue, Rocky?" Like, and just bunch of different shit like that for like 15 minutes to the point they start clapping for him. And he just wins them over and just fucking shits on him so
Beats them
much.
into
Just beats him into submission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I had Geno's the other day. Well, it wasn't the other day. It was when I went on vacation, I guess you call it, for a small
Literally, like,
weekend getaway.
2 months ago.
2 months ago? Listen,
the other day.
The
if
other
you're
day.
from Philadelphia, hey, Geno sucks. Okay? I said it.
What's the other one though?
Pats.
Better?
Didn't try it.
Is there
Okay.
Kings as well or something?
I don't know, but
Anthony
maybe-
Bourdain, and I'll take his word, said the best Philadelphia cheesesteak is in New Jersey.
yeah, probably is.
Dude,
This cheesesteak tastes like somebody fried a sock and threw it in a soggy bun. And I got mine with provolone. Everybody's going, oh, you didn't get with whiz. And I'm not going to, first of all, I'm not going to order it with whiz. I'm going to say with whiz because I'm an adult
with
sometimes. And my girl got with whiz, and I took a bite and I said, this is trash.
but you said you weren't going to say it. You just said it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just say it. That's how
All
she
right,
got
fine,
it. She
fine.
got it in that sense. And it's bad. And that's it. And you can fight me.
I liked
Alright.
it.
You had Geno's?
Yes.
And you liked
I've
it.
had Geno's and Pats.
Everybody says Pat's is better.
There's another one I had too. I have a photo of it somewhere. That I've eaten at 3 different places there. The
Did you
one I
walk down
liked
the street with all the trash.
the one I liked most was within walking distance from FDR Park. I don't know the name of it. I'd have to look it up. But anyway, that's the one I liked most.
I'll have to try it, but I'll probably never go back.
I
to
liked it so much I ate 2 of them.
We could see that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm not surprised because I'm surprised there's still Reese's cup on this couch.
I'm waiting for it to kind of
Soften.
thaw out a little
Still
bit.
softening.
Come springtime on my Reese's.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we can keep moving right now.
Yeah, move things along. Any other callbacks or
I think
anything?
we've talked about a bunch of nonsense.
Okay. Let's see. Any deep thoughts? B for B. We can do the B for B real quick.
Let's do the B for B. Chuck's gonna yell it into the mic.
Oh, should I like back up so it sounds like the?
Yeah. I'll give it a little.
You guys want to do it with me?
No.
No, it's just you, dude.
This is just you.
This is weird.
That's not.
No, it's not at all.
Back to the boys.
That's a good effort. It was good.
That was great.
It was perfect.
It's a shame we
Yeah.
couldn't record that.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
we have it.
Well,
Turns out that's what we're doing.
got a surprise for you. I hit record on this board.
It's available.
Hey, you know what?
I'm trademarking that one. Every
Yeah.
time it gets played, I want a penny.
Yeah. You'd have more money than Bucks for the Boys.
Good luck with that. Yeah. So, what is Bucks for the Boys, you ask, Shook? Well, typically this is a spiel that Chuck goes on, but Bucks for the Boys is our way of keeping this thing afloat, keeping these lights on, keeping the power going to this microphone, and all that good stuff.
But not the heat.
But no, we got to get that fixed. It's a bit cold in here. Keep breathing. We're just going to warm up. So, B for B is where you can subscribe. Go to our website, revivalmotoring.com, and you can go subscribe to the B for B section where there's nominations of $2, $5, denominations of $2, $5, $10, and even $20 if you feel
$20.
obligated. Matter of fact, some people have elected to hit quantity 2 on things or quantity 3 or whatever, mix and match to a specific number that you feel like you want to give us.
69.
Whatever works. So we take those donations monthly and we keep the lights on with this place. If you are a B for B subscriber, we will probably send you some stuff in the mail. Don't know what it is. Could be stickers, could be air fresheners. I I don't know. Maybe
Toenail
we'll
clippings?
pull some hair from beards and
Pubes.
everybody can guess where they came from.
Congratulations. You got my pubes.
But no, that is the way where we keep this thing afloat. Originally, we started with a bunch of advertisers, or didn't start with a bunch of advertisers, but we kind of worked our way up. And one point, we had like 4 or 5 before a show, and we just really didn't want to continue that for an extended period of time. We like our advertisers. We'll probably have 1 or 2 more, maybe even coming up soon. But realistically, we want to do it as el natural as we possibly can. So B4B is what helps us do that. If you feel obligated and you want to just donate just once, you can donate to our PayPal. That's info@revivalmotoring.com. So send something over. Every week, we like to read some messages or anything that new B4B subs send us or say. We don't have anything this week, but we do have the NASA calculations that we get working with NASA. Shouts.
I was
that.
just about to check to see if we had any new podcast reviews. Nothing this week.
Nothing there.
Hoping for something next week.
No, there will be something next week.
Oh yeah,
Won't there?
yeah, there will be.
There will be.
So my episode last week talking about the mid 400 was so good that our monetary value went down.
It's that's
We are
true.
at a strong. I like the number, but 6 cents a listen.
Strong 6.
Strong
Okay.
6.
Wow.
Strong 6.
My, how the mighty have fallen.
Yes.
we were at a
12, right? Was
13. I think
was
we
it 13?
didn't we
We
peak at
did.
13.
I think we hit 13 at some point.
Yeah, we peaked at 13. Now we're at a 6.
Yeah.
We're going to get that to 9 next week.
We're
right, guys?
trending.
So we could go nice.
We're trending in a direction at least. Well, we just got an order. Bucks for the B sub just now.
Hey,
Not
just
even
now,
kidding.
just like
happened
that.
just now.
Do you want me to reconfigure?
No, we need that for next week.
Yeah, we do need that for
So we're
next
going to need
Bump it
that
up
for next
for
week.
that
So,
9 and that
but
review.
yeah, so we take these numbers, we send them off to NASA. Takes them at least 6.5 days to get it, and they come back and hit us with that figure. So we have that figure.
It's a radical mathematical.
So each time this podcast is listened to, it is valued at
6 cents.
6 cents. So next time you're listening to this podcast, think about the fact that this is a 6 cent value to you.
Yeah, you should invest now.
I have a
One day it will
family.
be worth $1. In the arms
I have a family.
of an angel. Oh, we're gonna get YMCA if I sing that.
Yeah.
I know my voice is like spot on. So
Gonna get YMCA'd?
yeah, why like DMCA? Why I just say YMCA?
What is DMCA?
Isn't it DMCA?
I don't know.
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know what you're talking about.
Well, when you play like
Ron?
music on a thing, and then they
Well,
demonetize you.
They'll demonetize you. Yeah, we could get flagged for
Yeah, but it's standard.
copyright infringement. and shit like
Demonetize
that.
something or other. Is it called DMCA or something?
Digital Millennium Copyright Act.
Yeah,
There we go.
DMCA.
He's correct.
So I say YMCA.
DMCA'd. Dimcud.
Dimcud.
Dimka. Yeah, we don't want to get Dimkid. So that's the B for B. Thank you, everybody who already does subscribe. Matter of fact, I know a lot of you have been receiving the new air fresheners that we made specifically for the B for Bs. So if you are an active B for Beer, you will get some of that stuff in the mail sporadically.
Goes like
What was that
extra
website
tight.
again?
Revivalmotoring.com.
There you go.
All right. Speaking of the boys, I'm going to cue them. News. I
Did
know
we have any phone calls this week?
we did. And it looks like this one is a question. So I'm going to save that
For the questions.
for the
All
questions.
right, right
yeah,
on.
we'll save that for the questions. Let's see. News. Let me pull this up.
What do
Ooh.
you got?
The big one. We'll start with the biggins. Toyota and Lexus preview 15 electric vehicles, including sports cars. The EV lineup includes everything from sedans and SUVs to city cars and performance vehicles. So apparently there was a product reveal Toyota conference regarding its future battery strategy that was planned. However, head honcho Akio Toyota, not even instead of TOYTA, it's TOYODA, Toyota. took the stage to preview no fewer than 15 EVs spanning across most segments of the market, including sports cars, wearing both Toyota and Lexus badges. And there was also a blue SUV with the top left, which was an FJ Cruiser replacement.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought these were Legos. When I first saw the photos of them pop up on the gram, I was like, oh, Lego put out like a Toyota
set.
lineup.
Yeah.
Is there a link to these?
If you
I can
just
send you the
Google
link.
like Toyota electric lineup, it'll come up, or Beyond Zero, because that's
Yeah.
their new branding.
Yep.
Partnering with Subaru
Oh,
in some cases, but I mean, some of them are questionable, like the Lunchbox on wheels, but like the new-ish style MR2 guy.
Yep.
I'm big into that. You know, the FJ, the Tacoma is cool. I forgot to tell you guys, I saw the new Tundra
Yep.
when I was in Vegas. Looks beefy, ultra muscular, looks cool. Interior was nice.
Yep.
Probably going to be really expensive, but it looked the part for sure. All the TRD goodies were on it. Yeah, I mean, some of this stuff's cool. Some of the stuff's just run of the mill. It's going to be an electric car. But it looks like there's going to be some exciting stuff in the lineup. I know there was that Lexus car.
An
Kinda has-
LFA based, or not even based, but like the next LFA, if you will, EV sports car.
Sure, can I ask how you're so bad at Googling stuff?
What are you doing?
Well, I'm on their page.
It's not.
Yeah, no. That's not where it is. I'll send you the link to this.
Yeah, send me the link to that. I was just Googling this.
Nah, man.
Right, go down. Try that one.
What is this? Blink 182?
You got the link now.
All right, you get the link. We'd all be on the same.
Well, he pulls that up. Yeah, they debuted, or not debuted, but they previewed, I guess, all of these cars. Yeah, some of them, they don't look too bad. And this is like, for instance, the Tacoma. One of my biggest complaints is, and this is why I like Rivian as well,
Yeah.
is like, you don't need to make an EV look so fucking drastically different.
No, it doesn't.
can-
It can just be the same vehicle.
Subtle cues, right.
You know, yeah. The fact that it needs to look so different than the rest, I think, in my opinion, is a little necessary. That's a hell of a lineup there.
It really is.
I mean, if that's what Toyota's future looks like, it's not looking half bad.
Are they at the forefront of car manufacturing at the moment?
You know, maybe at car manufacturing, but in the article I was reading, it talked about how the Toyota has been criticized for not taking the electrification of their future seriously enough. I mean, I think Dodge
That thing is rad.
maybe isn't taking...
Dodge
Yeah.
hasn't said anything.
Yeah, I think they would be responsible for not taking it serious.
Actually, no.
I don't think they need to. I don't think anyone needs to. But-
Dodge said e-muscle. Remember, we talked about that
Oh,
a couple
yeah,
weeks
it's
ago.
coming, yeah.
There's those few things. But, I mean, granted, these are not vehicles that are in full-on production, but this is at least a glimpse into the future.
of
This
what
is
we're
the new Mr. 2, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, well, it's not called that, but it is.
Yeah, they're working with Suzuki on it, I think I read.
I think you're right. Yeah, I do think you're right on that. Some of the other stuff towards the right there, Chuck, that you pointed out, like the cubed kind of stuff, is a little weird. It's a little far fetched.
It's like a vacuum cleaner.
They're calling those, I just had it.
That one's a toaster.
Rounding off the lineup are two pint-sized vehicles known as the mid-box and micro-box,
I want
yeah.
the
Serving-
microbox.
serving as zero-emissions commuter vehicles and daily vehicles for city use.
It's sweet. But what's the white one, the toaster? Because it literally looks like a toaster. There's even a slot on the top and everything.
I'll have to do some digging
Yeah.
to see that one, but
But they did say that the future.
It's
Yeah, it looks kind of like a London bus. It does.
yeah, it does.
Yeah. They did say that the future that we showed you today is by no means far away, and these vehicles will be coming in the next few years. The company plans to split the strategy for the Toyota brand itself. The BZ4X electric SUV, which I think we've brought up on here before, that they developed alongside Subaru, kicks off their sub-brand BZ, which stands for Beyond Zero. So, I mean, Toyota's had sub-brand before. Those wheels
Are glitching through the ground.
Yeah.
Is that sitting in wet cement?
Yeah.
It's Grand Theft Auto 3.
So I think their
Didn't
first
load.
to market is going to be this BZ vehicle that they've partnered with Subaru on.
Yep.
I think that will be a good sign of things to come. If
That thing looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. These cars, remember that game Rush for N64? Because that's what these cars all look like. They look like N64 cars.
yeah, I
That
mean,
that reminds me of an FD.
That thing is cool
And
as
it's a mix
hell.
of an FD and a TVR
it also has those push
pin hood.
pin hood stuff,
yeah.
like
Arrow latches.
yeah, and a web like toe strap.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm getting big TVR vibes from that.
Yeah. Sagirus or Sag, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
Woo!
It's cool.
I mean, good looking lineup.
See, that is a cool new car. Look at the arrow. That's tight.
Very
It's-
tight butthole.
Very tight butthole.
Mhm.
Where Honda was like, let's make this fucking...
Not the best effort in photos here.
Yeah, what is this?
I think that's
Blurry.
just a CGI.
Like,
that they
look at
didn't-
this thing, and then look at Honda's new Integra. Like, what the f...
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, these are terrible.
These are-
photos. These
these-
can't be real.
These
Yeah.
photos were taken with a droid.
Come on.
Yeah.
Shots.
Jesus Christ.
Like, what are we doing here? Toyota and Lexus.
Oh.
I think Toyota needs a new
Jesus.
staff photographer
Perhaps
Yeah,
a new computer.
named Josh Garcia.
Yeah, you can hire us
Maybe.
at info at Revive.
Maybe a new computer to fucking generate better graphics. But yeah, wow, that's just an SC300 in the back. That thing, that I can see why you would say
It looks like a Lego.
It does look exactly like a Lego.
I saw that and I was like, oh, I mean, cool. I'll buy that Lego. Like I have a bunch of the other ones.
Yeah,
That's definitely just a Defender with the Toyota badge on the front.
Like, the
But-
tires look fake.
They might be. They might be.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of the New York Auto Show, I mean, we got to see the concept cars there, and I mean, they're just plastic shells.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So
Yeah.
that's going to be an EV pickup?
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks so good.
right.
It does. It looks
Right.
great. I mean, and the only thing that really separates it from a standard Tacoma is just the front grille being
That
different.
grill because they can close everything up.
I bet you that thing rip shit toes, too.
I don't know. I
It's
mean,
electric.
I bet it will.
yeah.
Just spin all four tires, ripping your trailer.
Even
down.
that thing's cool. Little, almost Yaris looking thing.
Also a Lego.
Could be. Yeah.
It's like they use so much tire shine that the tires look like plastic.
Oh, because it's fake. They can just manipulate the light with fucking RAM.
Yeah.
But that
Dedicated way.
But that is cool. No, one thing that was pointed out as I was reading some articles about this stuff is notice all the windshield or windows are all tinted heavily.
Yeah.
That thing looks cool
I'm a fan of it.
because they're still developing the guts, if you will,
Yeah, of
the
course.
interiors and whatnot.
I'm surprised they don't have like auto tinting or dimming glass.
It's funny you say that
Who's doing it?
because I got some news.
Nice.
I titled this in my news segment, "More Things We Don't Need Ever." Let me pull this right up.
Wait, is this that other one?
Oh,
that we were
before we
looking at,
jump
but
off
more
this real
round?
quick.
That thing looks fucking killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a 4-door version of the that other one they've got lined up there.
Yeah.
Before we jump off of this, though, Toyota to invest $35 billion into battery-powered EVs. $35 billion.
That's a
Uh,
lot.
A lot of mucho dinero.
That's probably half the Camry sales.
Yeah, it's actually not that much for them. They'll be all right.
Dude, look at this color. Is this a factory offered color?
I
it
hope
almost
so.
looks like that
It's like rose
that-
gold or pink.
Porsche came out with that color. Remember that rose-colored Porsche Taycan? Looks similar to that. It's cool.
Yeah, I fucked up. I should have painted my E36 this.
It's not too late.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what color did you paint it? You haven't painted it.
You guys don't know. You don't know me. You're right.
I mean, are you doing shit and not sharing it?
I
dude?
know,
'Cause I'll be
bro.
pretty mad.
Give you a fucking camera. You make shit happen. Let's see. Toyota and Lexus aim to achieve global annual sales of 3.5 million battery-powered EVs. They didn't put a number or time frame on that, but to get there, the dynamic duo will introduce 30 electric vehicles by the end of the decade, thanks to an investment of $70 billion. I'm sure $35 billion of that is Toyota specifically, and the rest is Lexus. Actually, I wonder if that's split. There's this
Is that a QR code on the front of this thing?
Yes, and that is the coolest car ever. The Microbox. It looks like a fucking iPhone charger nugget.
buddy.
Wheels.
It's not the
It
coolest
looks
car
like
ever.
when you go and park it, you would back it in and like to
No.
like back it into a socket,
It's so cool because no one else has made anything like this.
and no one else will because it won't look like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I would be stoked to drive this thing to work.
But you wouldn't be driving that.
Why not?
You'd be sitting in the back left
Yeah.
of it driving you. Like,
Dude, it's like a K car but electric. It kind of looks like a receipt printer.
you know, all these things you're naming it, none of it is a car.
That's
They're all
fine. Listen,
Other inanimate objects
if you can
that look
have
like
something crazy like this and then get into a built vehicle that you enjoy driving that you built by hand, I don't see the problem in having the best of both worlds. I would daily drive an electronic USB toaster and then come home and do burnouts in a 302 E36.
they're not going to allow it.
I was going to say, if they allow it, great.
Your
But
car's
they
just
aren't
like,
gonna.
I sense tire smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arrest him.
Yeah. Go straight to jail. Fun.
Domino's Pizza.
In other news, as we kind of alluded to before, BMW will show a car that changes color with the touch of a button at CES.
Oh.
The German automaker has apparently cracked the code on color-changing cars. This article comes from The Drive. The 2022 CES show is coming up fast, and a variety of automakers have plans to make important reveals at the Las Vegas tech event. I thought they got rid of CES.
I thought so as well. Is it like an online thing now, or is it in
It
person?
says Las Vegas tech event, so let's continue. According to BMW, on display at CES. No, seems like it's actually an in-person thing. So
Okay.
there will be a first ever demonstration of a technology that changes the exterior color of a vehicle with the touch of a button. Yep, that's all we have to work so far. It's unclear what the vehicle, the tech will be demonstrated on, how many colors it's going to be capable of changing to, etc. All we know is that a car's paint is going to change colors on command. We've reached out to BMW for more information, and we'll update this story when we hear back. And I do not see any updates. And again, this is from The Drive, so they are doing the digging. But we will see at CES what BMW has to offer in the color-changing scheme.
You know,
Ed said, too bad you can't fix the grills at the touch of a button.
yeah.
What's crazy is they probably could. They just aren't. They could for free.
Now they're just stuck in.
Yeah.
They're just never.
You got to
gonna go
double
back.
down.
Yeah.
Double down. 4 grills.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is like you can do stuff with paint that would shift in color based on heat.
Yes.
And like I don't maybe I'm not aware of it, but I don't think something like that's been done before. So I wonder how they're going to manipulate the color of paint.
There are, I don't know if it's paint or vinyl wraps that if you throw like boiling water on,
Yeah, for sure.
it turns a different color. Those are the only ones I've seen. I have a feeling it's electronic based,
It would have to be an electronic based filter.
potentially frequency based, something,
Frequency based.
So like charges like the panels or something.
something
But like
fucking
all the colors that we see come through a spectrum.
right.
And so if there was some kind of electronic pliable vinyl screen thing that could manipulate the prism that we see colors through,
Right. If it starts
it would
or
reflect only a certain color.
if it's under panels, say it's like an RGB light under panels.
Yeah,
and it
underglow.
illuminates, the exterior. I don't know. Yeah. Be very interesting.
I remember seeing
It's got to be light based, especially if it can do multiple colors.
Yeah. I remember seeing them doing it with tint before.
But this won't ever be legal.
Changing a car color?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the
It's like it's
registration.
just the show of it's to distract from the grills.
2023 BMW color any.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's just like not NA, not applicable. How does this work?
Not applicable. Yeah, it would have to be
Shapeshifter.
shit.
Yeah. Ooh.
But I have seen.
Reptilian
I'll
based.
try and find the video. I'll post it in Discord. But I remember a while ago, probably like 8 years ago, they were messing with Windows where you could touch the button and change the color of the tints. You could have tints or not tints.
Yeah.
It was like
Well,
an
that makes
electric,
sense, 'cause
like
they do that-
one-way
I could see
glass.
that. Right.
yeah,
right,
they do
right.
that in bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that in bathrooms. They're activated by like a light switch. So when you get in there and turn the light switch on, the glass on the door like fogs, or not fogs, but like smokes or whatever.
Yeah. Smoky glass.
Any other news? I got more if we need to, but
I had a quick one. I've talked about it a few times with the next gen Mini Cooper, the 4th generation.
yep.
Mini
There was some
Cooper.
spy photos or some photos released of that thing recently.
Some spy photos in China. Now this is of the SE, which is the electric version of it. But let me tell you, the rear end of this thing, the front end of this thing, I'm a big fan. I don't know if this is just going to be what the electrified version of it looks like, or
Yeah.
is this going to carry over through the entire 4th gen lineup?
My guess is just the EV one because the way that front grille is designed, my assumption is you cannot do that on a petrol car. Like,
No,
it's
you-
it's covering
you
the whole
certainly
front.
won't be able to kind of have that full fascia up front and
Yeah.
lack of grille. However, I'm looking at other. I did look at other minis, and it has the front is very similar to this. The front fascia maybe isn't as thick, but it has the slim grille up top with the slim grille down bottom.
Yep.
Actively on current generation minis now, but I'm more intrigued by the rear end of this thing. I have a
It looks cool.
big fan of how they're tying the two taillights together.
Yep.
And using that thick black. Typically, it was just kind of like the hatch handle. You do like 4th gen a Mini Cooper leak.
I got a link here if I need to send it to you.
Discord, baby.
Right there.
This
That's,
one?
No. Next one over. That'd be the booty.
Yeah.
Actually, if you drop down the one bottom left, there you go. That'll cover everything. Now, my gripe here is the fact that why do we have to turn the interiors of electric cars into like a quasi wannabe Tesla
Right.
version? This is Tesla style interior. This is what they do. They're very good at it. It works for them. It's fantastic.
That
But like, it
phenomenal.
doesn't need.
on this.
see that big giant fucking round circle screen?
No, I think it's gonna be here
That's just a digital heads up.
for,
Or
for your speed.
yeah, and you can get that in current generation minis as an added accessory. But that giant circle in the center.
Yeah. Also, I saw the circle, Josh. Okay, I saw it. It's hard to miss. It's
gonna
like
say-
a fucking turkey plate.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's
like,
hard to miss.
you can
It's mirror
fucking-
on the wall.
But yeah, but they're not gonna put like your speed in the center of the car. How fast am I
what do you
going?
mean? They
That's
do.
that's where it
That's
was.
literally what they
in
do.
Tesla?
No,
No. For
everything.
Mini.
Well, Tesla as well, but yeah,
Yeah.
in the Mini, in the first reiteration of it coming back to the U.S. in the R53s, 2002 to 2006, the center above your HVAC and your radio was your speedo, and in the middle of that
Oh Jesus!
was your radio in display, and then dead in front of you was your TAC and a small digital readout for your
For when you're doing the Italian job.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
That was way more mini information. I
mean,
thought you were gonna know.
I had one. I owned one for many years. It's actually one of my favorite cars. So if you like, kind of like, if you wanted to Google and just look at it, like R53 Mini interior, like you'll see, and there were different packages, and you could run. So yeah, actually, that's perfect, right there. So you see, you got your speedo in the middle, and then your TAC.
Looks like a wiener.
It did. It felt like it too when you closed the door every time.
Yeah, give that wiener a rip. Shut the door.
Yeah.
Let's go.
HJ.
Yeah.
The old HJ.
Look
But-
at that, dude.
Yeah, that was it. That was your TAC.
What are all these buttons, man? This thing looks like a
Those are
Mustang on the
blinkers.
track.
Yeah.
Those are blinkers.
Yeah, and then all the buttons were toggle switches.
You got the
know,
red
this is your
rocket.
This is your classic quirky but functional mini interior, and then this is what these cars have been known for the past 3 generations. I mean, obviously, as time has moved on, they've been more BMW-ified, if I can make up a word there. But they still had their little quirks to them, and the kind of their intricacies and similar.
The fucking taillights.
The taillights, yeah,
The
yeah.
way they illuminate in the wrong direction.
Yeah, like that's all like classic quirky mini stuff.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that it maybe if they're going to be doing this,
It's going to be replaced with a dinner plate.
yeah, it's just going to it is, But God, I miss these cars.
An
I love them.
electric dinner plate.
Huge mini fan. I well documented on here. However, I imagine these new generation minis are going to be astronomical in price, where it unfortunately just doesn't make sense to purchase one.
Yeah.
Compared to the value you're going to get out of another vehicle for less.
These spy shots, or these, not spy shots, but these camo based shots that are showing, I like the really fucking low roof line on this thing.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like they lowered it even more.
And they almost, in a way, made the nose a bit stubbier. Because if you look at where like the wheelbase of it, right? The front wheels are pushed so far forward, or the nose is pushed
Right.
or pulled so far back.
Right.
That I mean, you can look at it right there from the front wheel to the end of the bumper. It's got to be what, 6 inches, 8 inches?
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it was
not far at all.
Fantastic in the snow as well.
Yeah.
Low center of gravity. You know, it was kind of like a cube rolling down the road. But yeah, I'm pretty amped on this new generation. I'm hoping this interior is specific to the electric version, and maybe we'll get like a quirky mini interior for, the rest of the world who wants to make noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Connors, good point. So when the minis had nav in the center, you had your Speedo and your Chrono, your Speedo and your TAC were 2 pods above the steering wheel, like 2 individual kind of guys.
Little pewdie pods.
Very, very race car esque, but big mini guy, big fan. Actually, does he own one? I think he owns one. I think Tim's told us he's owned one before, an R53. If I give it 15 seconds, I think he'll answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, a moment of
30
silence
some
while
odd
we wait.
seconds.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for that answer,
Yeah.
I have some more news.
What do you got?
Thieves, dirty, rotten fucking scoundrels, bandits even, steal 4 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500s from the Flat Rock Assembly Plant.
I think you said savages incorrectly.
Savages?
Savages.
What did I say? I don't remember. Thieves.
Yeah, they're savages for stealing 4 of those
4
things.
of them. So Sunday night, again, this article comes from the Drive as well. Sunday night saw high drama down at Ford's Flat Rock Assembly Plant in Michigan, with thieves allegedly making off with several new Ford Mustangs in a bold escape. Incident was reported around 10:50 p.m. on Sunday, with 4 brand new examples of the Ford Mustang GT500 being stolen in the heist. Ooh, it is big enough to be considered a heist.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely a heist.
Where's that designation? Where does it
Heist?
go from like a thievery
I think it's a dollar amount.
to a
Anything-
heist?
Anything after 2.
Wait. So,
Yep.
so if you're going,
Yep.
so if you're going to
Yes.
steal a couple cows,
To any more
2
than
cows.
2. Yeah, 1, 2.
you stole
mad.
a couple cows.
Yeah, 1, 2, then mad.
3 cows, you fucking pulled a heist.
Yeah, you pulled the heist.
That's a lot of meat.
This
you-
is
are you-
true.
You watching Yellowstone?
Yes,
You're
but,
about to see some heists.
I can imagine. I'm only 2 episodes in.
You're about to see some heists.
I can, oh boy,
Plural.
I can't wait. Oh man, even just the way it ended, the last episode was wonderful. Yeah, these things were clipped, heisted, taken, even thefted. What are you going to do with these besides fucking tear them apart and sell the motors?
Put the engine in something ridiculous, like a BMW. E36, GT350 swap.
These vehicles apparently were fresh off the line. 2 of the cars were recovered. Ooh, one was found in Brownstown Township, just a 10-minute drive from the plant. The other turned up in Southgate, a little further down, I-75. The cars were found unoccupied, with one sporting heavy damage to the front end of the car.
Oh, not surprised.
Who'd have thought? The remaining 2 Mustangs are still at large.
At large.
Still at large.
Who wrote? Was this written in 1970?
With a report stating the vehicles were Belladonna Black,
When did all of them?
They were
color.
all,
It's like Fast
all
and
4 of them
Furious?
were black.
which this
These are like the Civics.
The Civics.
which says curiously this color does not exist for the 2021 GT500, which lists as Shadow Black as its singular paint black paint coat.
When
were they
further
stolen?
Hold on.
description.
Are these GT500s or GT500 KRs?
GT500s.
Okay. Because I have something about something different.
Yeah, it
in a
doesn't
second.
say. I don't see any
I
KR
want to know which
designation
chap
anywhere
wrote
here.
this article. On Saturday,
Let's see. As far as Mustangs go, the GT500 would be a popular choice for a quick getaway, boasting, but we already know how much horsepower, et cetera, et cetera. It's difficult to outrun on radio. Police are looking for information regarding the stolen Mustangs, though tracking down a black Mustang in Detroit is a task akin to identifying one certain piece of hay in a haystack. Still, you find yourself at a track day in Waterford Hills, and there's a rather bold chap boasting about his new Mustang GT500. Maybe don't clue him in on where you park your car at night. Shouts to Lewin Day for writing this article.
yeah, it's funny.
It's quite good.
The car's still at large. We can't find it because there are other cars. A Mustang in the background. I was like, We don't know if it was him.
A 500 sticks out though. Don't get me wrong. Lots of black Mustangs of that generation out there, right? Roaming around. A 500.
It would stick out to us.
It speaks differently.
It would stick out to us. However, fucking Johnny Ballgame on the beat.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it's going to stick out to him at first.
Yeah.
He's gonna get shit together.
Right.
I mean, get on YouTube. Figure it out.
Right. Well, I'm sure a detective, seeing this as a heist, I'm sure there's a series of detectives
I wonder if the FBI's on
trying to
it.
crack this case.
I always forget that like not everyone's a car person, and just like a quick story for that. One time I got quote unquote pulled over at a beach because I was sitting there. It was just a bunch of friends.
Were you alone?
No, it was a bunch of people, and like the police officer came up to my car and was like, "Well, we got to report that somebody was doing burnouts." Now I'm sitting in a Civic. He puts the flashlight on and looks at my rear wheel wells. He's like, "I don't see any rubber in here, so it wasn't you." And I was like, "Come on, guy."
Were you doing burnouts?
No,
Yeah, you
no,
were.
I
You
wasn't.
were. Yeah, you were.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you
but
were.
I
Come on,
s-
dude, hey,
it
we're all friends.
I was in my
Dude.
mom's Accord, but he walked up to the rear
You
tire.
said it was a Civic. I'm already on to you, son of a bitch.
You are a liar. You are a liar.
Apples, oranges, grandma
Yeah,
golds.
they're both different.
Yeah.
Now get your story straight.
Yeah, front
both
wheel
front-wheel
drive,
drive.
rear wheel
Doesn't
drive.
matter.
What are we talking here?
front wheel drive.
You have weed on you?
Any weapons in the car? Guns, knives, rocket launchers?
Anything that's gonna stick and poke me?
Yeah.
Just my penis, sir.
Did you ever see?
Go
Did you ever see that pat down where the cop's like,
Oh yeah.
What's this right
"What's
here?
this?" Well, that's my penis, sir.
Oh god! All right.
All right, you're good. You can go. You can
What
go.
he's like? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You could just the reaction is
You do the same thing to me. I'm like, excuse me, sir, that's a marble.
That is my cell phone.
Yeah, Jesus. What a mess. I still think you're lying, but hey.
Wow. That's crazy.
it's all going to come out in the ringer.
In GT500 news,
Mm-hmm.
900 plus horsepower Ford Shelby Mustang GT500 KRs are going to be celebrating their 60th year. So 900 plus horsepower. The KR stands for King of the Road. It is a special version.
Wait, it's not King Rich.
No,
I
no, King,
wish it
King
was.
Ranch is already taken. This is a special designation for GT500.
GT500 Lariat.
Harley Davidson.
I think they
edition.
could do it. I think they could do
Oh,
it.
they 100%
Yeah.
could. I'm surprised they aren't.
Boasting over 900 horsepower, lots of carbon fiber, extremely limited edition. Say hello to the Shelby GT500 KR, nicknamed King of the Road.
The new 2023 Mustang King of the Road Lariat Harley Davidson edition
Yeah,
will come with one complimentary Godsmack CD
yeah. I thought it was gonna be Creed.
in every
No,
glove
it's just
box.
play that song.
Yeah.
I stand alone.
They wrote a song called 1,000 Horsepower or something like that.
Did they? Are you-
Yeah, I swear to God, and
First
it's-
of all, how do you know that?
Because my friend, I think it's like
Who listens
Foreman
to
would
Creed?
play it all the time. Godsmack 1,000 horsepower.
Oh
There
my
it is.
god.
Godsmack 1,000 horsepower. We'll have to partake later.
We'll make a note. We'll be sure to give
Uh,
everybody a full, thorough review.
yeah. We'll have to let everyone know how fantastic that is. Now, apparently, the first one is going to be
Auctioned off.
auctioned off, so it'll go for some astronomical amount of money.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be like 180 of these total. So
So that's what I was wondering.
no one
is-
will ever see one.
Yep.
Actually, I don't know. It being a Mustang, who knows?
they-
Johnny Bravo is definitely going to be out there at some kind of Cars and Coffee wrecking it. So,
Honey Bravo.
with only 180,
Yeah.
we'll maybe see 60 hit the road.
Yeah.
We'll maybe see 50 hit some poles.
yeah,
And then
10 hit some people.
yeah.
But
I think it'd be 50 hit people, 10 hits and pulse.
so this will be the third time Shelby will release a King of the Road edition GT500. The others were 1968 and one in 2008. And now this will be 2022. It'll stand out thanks to its carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber front splitter, rear diffuser. It'll ride on 20 by 11 by 20 by 11 and a half wheels, which for 900 plus horsepower, I just think we need more. You'll have your standard Shelby stripes.
Is it different colors or is it just the silver and blue paint scheme?
I don't know if that's just a hero color they picked for it,
Okay.
but I'm thinking it might just be because if you look, the 2008 one was silver and blue as well.
That's why I was asking because I just pulled that one up.
Ooh, look at that thing.
That's a heritage edition. But see, so there's that KR as blue with silver, so it's opposing each other. So it's a 5.2 liter V8. It has a
Coyote?
3.8 liter supercharger. Intercooler, heat exchanger, magnetized suspension, whole shebang right there.
I feel like you need to be talking us to like one of those guys from the building
Oh
shows.
yeah.
This one right here.
So
Wait,
You're
did
looking-
they change the front end?
for what?
That's the same car, right?
Different versions of the GT500.
Oh, it's got a facelift.
Yeah, different versions.
I don't like that.
That one says South Korea, so I don't know.
Yeah, I hope that is not a thing.
It might be there.
They nailed the. What are the new ones called? New Edge or something? Or what are the newer
Edge
versions?
Mustangs.
Yeah, they look so good, and I hope that they don't change it too much. Like that.
It's not wonderful.
That's current. That's a current GT.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's a current GT, yeah. But what you're used to seeing is that most of the pictures are of like 350s or
yeah.
500s that have all these doodads attached to them to make it not look so abysmal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Puvas doesn't look like that.
I don't think Pubs is of the same generation.
Oh, his is maybe the gen right
The
before.
one before.
yeah, right before. His is actually the good looking.
Yeah. Little
version.
sleeker, more
That-
sleek.
That's not good. That looks like a Charger almost.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
No, although I don't know what picture you pulled up because this 2022, this one looks good. I still like this one.
Could that maybe be an EcoBoost one?
You know what? Might I put GT?
No, I'm saying the one Shook. had
Oh,
pulled
the
up
one
here.
Oh,
he
yeah.
had. You know what? Right.
That's still somewhat the same.
Yeah. I think poor angle. But you're looking at, if you were able to buy one, if you were able to get one for MSRP, if that was ever even a possibility, $127,895.
Which
Or that's only $55,000 for the KR package over the base model of the vehicle, which you can't even buy one of these things for
How many KRs they're making, you said?
180.
So I guarantee you that only people who have like Roushes and certain other select vehicles are eligible to buy one.
I'm sure they're
Wow.
already all gone.
yeah, those are probably already gone. I'm quite surprised because not with that price, but I just fully expected to see Ford Mustang GT500s currently for astronomical amounts of money.
Like 65, right?
They're under 100 grand.
Yeah, so some people
88, 93.
some people are, I mean, those are still over MSRP, but it's not a huge amount. If you look up, like, if you find a 350R, those are the ones you're going to find that are just insane prices.
Expensive.
Yeah.
So we can expect to see the first one cross the block at the end of January at Barrett Jackson in Scottsdale. And that's on January 29th. Obviously, whenever they do these very first car off the assembly line across an auction block, it's always for a charity purpose. So this person's paying an insane amount of money for a tax write-off. So I'm interested to see kind of what it goes for. Not like it ever matters.
Dude, those motors are so stout too.
I mean, to make a 900 horsepower backed by Ford, that's going to carry an OEM warranty.
Yeah. I wonder how much wildly different that, because it's still the Coyote, I think. I wonder how much wildly different that is from like a stock.
I don't know. I'd like a deep dive on it. I think maybe we'll learn more from Shelby and as things are actually manufactured and made.
Because I have a friend with completely stock long block with a huge charger on it. It's got to be close to 1,000 or 1,100, and he beats the.
I mean, this has a 3.8 liter supercharger.
yeah, it's huge.
It's huge.
I know Lund has really good luck with theirs. They have like stock motors that go like 9s,
Mhm.
something like that. And they were like, yeah, we took the motor apart after a full year of racing, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. America built Ford tough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Blue Oval Gang.
I'm going to send you, Shook, another link to another bit of news here. If you want to pull that on up. Shook, pull that up. More rumors are continuing to pop up about Apple Car.
What the fuck is that?
Not good.
I hope they make that.
I like the wheels.
So this isn't, by no means, is not released by Apple, any of that. However, the only thing that ties these images to Apple are that these are fact based on genuine patents filed by Apple.
Why does it have?
those tires? Are those 888Rs?
Yeah, why does it have fucking Proc 888s on it?
Because they want you to fucking stick to the road, son.
What, dude? This car looks. Oh my god! Look at the tail.
These are
lights.
just renderings that come from a British vehicle leasing company, Vanarama, which took the inspiration from existing Apple products and patents in different areas. In fact, some of the features seen in these renderings are based on those Apple patents in particular. For example, the fully rotating seats and the pillarless construction of the doors are said to be coming from ideas within Apple. The interior is probably the most impressive thing in this rendering, as it features a dashboard dominated by a massive screen which is operating fully customizable infotainment software. Apple Series is integrated into the steering wheel, which has a rotating screen. Overall, the cabin looks spacious, blah, 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 blah. Just rumors, just, connecting the dots.
Guys, this can't be. Listen, first of all, for those of you can't see right now, because you're like, well, what the fuck is Apple doing?
Yeah, Shook will link it in the Discord.
I'll link it in the Discord, but just for the people who are driving in traffic right now, just know that the front seats rotate a full 180, so your head would clearly smash right through the windshield.
Yeah. It's for when you need to have a team meeting.
Yeah, your car will decapitate you so you could Google Meet somebody on your dashboard. Also, I'd love to point out that the center caps of the wheels are an Apple symbol. That's horrible. It's got 888s on it for some reason. Illuminated Apple symbols. They've stolen the rear blinker taillight one-piece setup from the 400Z.
Very wedgy. I can see that they pull their design cues from the Lancia Stratus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks
With a
like
little
they were
bit of-
like,
Charger or whatever in the back.
give me the 400Z, but make it just fucking awful.
Just take this design and fucking ruin it.
They were like, here, take the iMac mouse and turn it into a car.
Oh my god, can you imagine how this thing plugs in?
I swear to God, if it has a lightning bolt cable, I'm over it.
It's gonna break. It's gonna break.
It's just a
15 minutes
huge
into
lightning
ownership.
bolt cable that goes
Yeah.
in.
It's
Plug it right in. Look at I see the slot.
that's it right there. Yeah.
USB
Guarantee.
C1000.
No, they would refuse to go to USB-C like fucking normal people, and it's gonna break shortly after.
Yeah.
And your range will probably go down once a new one is released.
And it'll be all Apple proprietary equipment. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
you want to upgrade your dedicated WAM, good luck.
You're not fucking getting in there.
You're not getting any dedicated WAM for this. Like, what the fuck is that thing under the thing? Look at this. It's got a diffuser on a diffuser on a diffuser.
That's the Knifflin plate.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's where you do all your kniffling.
Yeah, that's where the Knifflers go.
Yeah.
Hey, they're trying to be innovative, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I wish they'd innovate a
What do you think
mind-wiping device.
of the Honda Civic Type R? Have you seen the render, or have you seen the
So I
camo
linked-
shots of that?
Yes, I linked you guys. I was actually going to talk about that kind of in news. So the 11th gen Civics have finally hit Hondata and PRL Motorsports, where they've done a ton of tuning on them. And as the body has started growing on me, like the SI looks super cool.
Yeah.
They've done almost nothing to change this car. Like they boasted about a beefier clutch. It's the same clutch but bigger, so it's still a piece of shit. The motor is the same. All the same dimensions, same piston rods, same pistons. I think the heads are the same. The only difference is now they have VTEC, but it's not a variable valve timing for power. They use it for fuel economy in the normal driving mode, like in the normal driving range,
Yeah.
which is the most bizarre thing. So it's like reverse VTEC. So it like disengages when you're ripping on it.
D-Tech.
DTEC. Shit tech.
Does it, instead of like, wah, is it like,
Ah, boom.
Yeah.
just-
It,
It's like automatically shifts up to like 8th gear.
But the craziest thing is that it's made the most power. It made like 237 horsepower and like 270 foot-pounds of torque stock. And then they put it on that Kern, and it made like another 30 horse and almost 300 foot-pounds of torque or something like that.
You would think the engineers, they know what they're doing.
It's crazy.
wow. Some rumors suggest that the new Type R is going to be 400 horsepower.
Stock?
Yes.
I would believe it because the stock 10th gen Type Rs were dynoing at like 310.
Do you think they're going to pick up 90 horsepower?
90 horsepower?
It could. It depends what they're using. So, like, if you... Maybe we should deep dive the Type R in an episode. If you look up the tech that went into the K20C, the valves are like hollow, and they put like a sodium deposit in them to help
Yeah,
cool it.
sodium filled valve. Yeah.
And the camshafts are hollow to do something crazy in there.
There's
I don't-
there's a
Yeah, I
bunch
mean,
of
that's-
other
that's-
JDM cars with hollow camshafts because I
Yeah.
know you can bend them and shit.
Oh,
ABTs or apt, depending on who you are and how critical you want to be of my pronunciation of it.
Yeah.
They made hollow camshafts for the VR.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because and
And I mean, sodium filled valves is a pretty
I didn't know that.
it's a pretty run of the mill thing for
We need an engine
like
builder
before.
in here.
yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
what's
Chef's
you know who I
JP.
want to talk to?
JP.
Yeah, that's who I want to talk
JP,
to.
I want to get JP in. I know we briefly talked about it. He said he's down. I just got to catch back up with him to
Yeah.
coordinate.
Well, he could get a free ride here from me.
Get in touch
He
with him.
literally lives 5 minutes from me.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to chat with him, I'd love to have him in.
Yeah, that'd be sick. But
I think between him and Aiden, that's like
oh, dude,
that's what I go
love
on
to have
Instagram
Aiden
just to
on.
look.
Well,
at
actually,
it.
no. I was just gonna. That's you when you guys were talking about that before. JP is a perfect example.
Was
Whenever
it
he posts,
JPS14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
all his story posts, like I watch beginning to end. And same thing
Educational.
with when Whipple does his motor building stuff.
Yeah.
I often watch
a cool
him
shit,
the
man.
assembly of that stuff. Yeah,
Like,
it's just
thousandths of an inch could just fucking destroy your shit.
oh my god, it's insane. Especially when you get into the JP stuff. The procedures and the scrutiny that they put those things, the quality that those things are spec'd and built to is wild.
Yeah, the
and
machines that,
all
like,
the stuff
feel-
that they the
feel all
feelers
that,
and
yeah,
right,
so-
right. It's awesome. It's definitely an art I'm interested in to talk about a lot more. Let's see. Honda haven't said when the reveal of the 2023 Civic Type R is, but it will be the brand's last gasoline engine model in Europe. I think we talked about that a while back.
That's crazy.
I like the
Um,
last gen Type R.
So
I liked that.
I saw pictures of this thing that PRL Motorsport linked because they have it. I think they have it, or they were like in the vicinity of it, watching it getting test driven,
Yeah.
and it looks cool. I don't know. I'm kind of about it. The only thing that I didn't like about it is that it's kind of like just an Audi. It kind of reminds
Well,
me
I
of
think
an
the
Audi,
front looks like a older Nissan Sentra Spec R.
which is cool. I like the grill.
But and again with this one, because I know we've talked about this before when it first came out or kind of first broke. I enjoy the let's take a step back
Yeah.
in design. Like everything's not fucking sharp and looks like it's gonna cut you.
Yeah. And at first I was really disappointed because I think I saw like this where they had like these big hideous fenders and
Yeah,
all these scoops. And you see this new one that's camoed. It doesn't seem like it has that.
right.
They tone the scoops down. They're nice and slim. And it's got the 8th gen body line that I love that goes from the front lip up the side of the door to the back. And then they had like the HFP lip that it looks like it almost matches. It's hard to see,
Yeah, because of the camo.
but there's somewhat of like a ridge here that matches that door line.
Yep.
And the wing is good.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, this thing's crazy. Everybody was smitten over the Type R or the last one.
Dude, I drove it. It was like the crazy. It's still my
Chuck was all hyped about him too. Yeah.
dude. It was the greatest car I've ever driven. It's so good. It feels so tight. Look at that thing. I think this car is gonna be cool,
I'm sure it will be.
and I'm excited to see what like Honda and Purell pull out of it. Because that's another thing. They modified the Type R clutch to fit the 1.5 liter turbo setups. So there's a guy that has a company that he's retrofitted Type R clutches and flywheels to fit the 1.5 liters.
Oh, okay.
So you can hold like 400 pounds of torque.
Yep.
So they're expecting that 1.5 liter to make 400
That's
foot-pounds of torque in the new car.
Wild.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a stout little
Is that
motor.
just what is the why? How? Is it just because everything is so actually no, it's not because it's geared towards fuel economy. Not
So the cylinder walls are pretty thick from the pictures that I was looking at. And from what I was reading, if you do pistons and rods, even open deck, you can make 400 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque pretty safely.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about them cracking sleeves like the other ones.
Yep.
But like for stock, doing bolt-ons and stuff, a simple bolt-on Civic will see over 300 now, and like pretty
Which is
high
pretty
foot-pounds of
crazy.
torque. Yeah. So I can only imagine that Type R. I think the last one had issues with fuel, and you'd have to do some crazy like on stock fuel you could get about 500,
Yep.
and then aftermarket you could go upwards of 7. I think I saw like 700 stuck.
Jesus.
So who knows? The direct injection is like a big setback because you have to redo the injectors and the whole fuel system.
Yep. Right. Once you get past a certain point.
Right.
Right.
I know Mazda guys had that problem where they'd have to run 8 injectors,
Yep.
8 stock injectors to do it.
And just assign 4 to normal operating conditions and the other 4.
I think I'm sorry. I think it was 4 stack injectors that are for the direct injection, and then they would tap the intake manifold.
Yeah.
And do
add.
4 more like RCs.
Yep.
So who knows? I don't know. I mean, the tech behind all this shit is pretty crazy too. Like Vit Viper, Hondata, K-Tuner. There's a lot of cool shit that they're releasing for them. So like all digital dash shit,
Yep.
and it's all plug and play. So could be pretty cool.
Get plugging.
Get playing.
Any other news?
Lewis Hamilton got knighted.
Which is a perfect segue into what we can consider our main topic, I guess, this week is it's news, it's motorsport minute, if you will.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy in F1 this weekend, and also a championship.
A championship was won.
Yep.
For my first year paying attention to it, it was a very exciting year.
Oh boy, it's the expectation for the next few.
Yeah, and I get like there were I talked to a few different people and they were like, this isn't how it normally is. Like, whatever, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But like, this was in fact really exciting.
Yeah. This season in combination with the series, and you can already see kind of the F1 diehards complaining about Netflix. It's going to certainly push it here in the U.S. a lot more. It's going to make everything grow, I think.
For sure. And there was some people where it was like, oh, obviously, the season was kind of like decided on this way. Netflix has a better television show. I was like, it's some small brain energy right there. Like
Netflix
to think that
isn't right.
F1 needs Netflix.
Yeah, not
Under no circumstance.
no.
I missed the week before's race, being away. I wasn't able to really watch the whole thing. However, the beginning of that race was insane.
Yeah.
With the crashes, the stopping, the tricky with pitting and a free pit, all that stuff there. So I knew going into this past week, it was 0-0.
Right. It was all right. It
All or
was
nothing.
Just literally all or nothing. Yeah, there was no carryover. It was literally, this is it. Go for broke.
Yeah. Now, how did you feel about the outcome?
Don't necessarily agree with it because the outcome itself, I don't really care about. Like, I wanted Hamilton to win the championship.
Okay.
But like, I'm not like, oh, this is terrible. I'm more of, wow, this kind of sucks. It's a little tainted.
I get that aspect of it, and I can see that aspect of it, but say nothing had happened, right?
Yeah.
And
It was just hypothetically a drag race and Verstappen won. I think it would be one of the best seasons ever.
Or, Hamilton had a blowout, or
That-
it had a very rare mishap of spinning, or whatever it might have been, and he won. Like, things can happen.
Yeah.
And the fact that an entire season's race came down to a minute and 20 seconds.
And a call by the, what the hell's the word for him? Not the judges.
A race official.
The officials, right.
Yeah.
A call by the officials.
Oh, that one dude, Massey or whatever his name is? Yeah.
Mike Massey. Yeah, yeah. The one Toto was yelling at. Like that, I wish it didn't happen. I just wish it would
what were your other options? Like what?
just to play out naturally.
But play out naturally in the sense of just end the race on a safety car?
No. Just that stuff aside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that stuff
'Cause
aside.
if you put him in that position, right, this gentleman in that position, and I'm sure the bigger fans are going to be screaming because I might be butchering some of the stuff there. What were his options?
So, in my understanding, is his options were what he did in the past because he has done the same thing in the past, from what I heard. Or
Okay.
have read.
Okay. And I'm not well versed enough in the past of this to know that. And what has he done in the past that might have been different, or is he did the same thing?
Same thing, just switch roles.
Benefiting someone else versus the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, for instance,
Now,
Hamilton in particular
Did he-
has benefited in the same manner.
but did he do this in that it benefited Verstappen?
I don't think he did it purposely.
No. But
Not
like
like that.
If he puts the cars back in order, right?
Yeah.
And he says, "Okay, there's only one lap left."
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing. There's
That's what I'm
nothing.
saying.
Yeah,
It's-
there's nothing.
I can't
right,
think
there's
of any other
no-
option.
And
It's
that's
not like
the-
he could have been like, "Hey, you know what? We're adding 10 laps. You guys fight this out." It's like it's not possible. It's not
no,
possible.
it wouldn't be the picturesque finish regardless.
No, I think he was put into a position.
There was no win.
There was crunch time. The cars are still moving. You have, and which was explained to me that because of fuel measurements and all this stuff there, like
Yep.
that's why this stuff has to continue to happen. He had to come up with a decision.
Yep.
And as he's trying to think it out, he's watching these cars go around the track, and he's like,
It's
"Fuck,
not. It's
my
right.
time is closing in on me. I have to make a decision now, or this is going to end on a safety car."
Yep.
And like one of the closest series or I guess seasons between two unbelievable, like Hamilton, Verstappen, whatever, doesn't matter. I will say, in my opinion, Hamilton is one of the most humble winners or losers of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
Of all time. Mercedes tainted everything for him.
Yeah.
Toto specifically.
Yep. Yep. His yelling and screaming.
Horrible,
and, yeah,
horrible loser. And I get you got to be upset about it, but maybe be upset about it to that extent behind closed
behind the
doors.
scenes. Right.
Don't wear that emotion on your sleeve that much.
And that's the thing is like, you could argue for damn near every point because Hamilton had older tires. He
Yeah.
still had an opportunity.
Yeah.
He was still there.
They were
Now
older by 20 something laps,
like-
or 30 laps, whatever it was.
that you can again make the argument of, well, you should have swapped him out and gave yourself more of a chance. Now again, this is just hindsight. Monday morning quarterback.
Everything is like hypotheticals. Yeah.
everything right.
After the fact, we can kind of decode all this.
Exactly.
But in the time, that's not what.
Well, my point with that is Hamilton had his chance.
Yeah.
He was there. He had him, but
He had him. He was in the lead when it restarted.
the
It
car
was,
wasn't right. And even after Verstappen passed him, there was two chances where he almost got him.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he
that
didn't
last
have an opportunity.
lap was an all-out war.
Oh,
Of like,
it was everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was now. Imagine,
it was like 11/10 of everything you've got.
imagine if they crashed into each other.
So okay, so all right, I'm happy
All
you
the
brought that
Ricky
up.
Bobby memes.
I'm happy you brought that up. So as we're watching this unfold, Catherine and I were both watching, and we're like not even sitting. We're like squatting at the edge of like the couch, and we're like watching this unfold. And her and I both, like we're both new fans, so we're like, what is gonna happen? Like, how is this gonna?
Yeah.
And we're watching as they're going around. The lap count is going up and up and up, and I'm just like, 56, 57. I'm like, what is going to happen? And finally, it gets there, and then those cars start passing, and we're both to each other. We're like, what's going on? I was like, okay, no, those are the laps cars, okay. And then the race just stops, and we're like, oh my god, what happened? And she's like, what if they crash? What if they crash into each other?
That's like. There's so many. Instantly, I think Hamilton would have won. No.
No, because if they crashed into each other, you would have. Is it Lando Norris?
Yeah.
Is that? They would have won.
He would have won.
He would have won.
And then the points would have been tied.
Yeah. What do you
Still,
do?
Right.
What do you do? No matter how you unfold this, or how you like, what if it, or like you said, Monday morning quarterback it. How is this
Right.
gonna
There's
unfold?
there's certainly no pleasing everybody.
What are these lap cars?
So
Are there
They've
different
been
classes?
lapped.
They-
So there were like 3 or 4 cars between the first and second place driver, but they're technically 16th, 17th, and 18th, and
Oh, they're a lap back.
yeah,
Yeah.
Do
they're
they flag
So-
them to go by?
to go by.
to reset the lineup of like your order of
Oh, for a
place.
flag.
So if the cars remain there, now second place at the time, Verstappen has to deal with those cars in one lap. So you now have to deal with those cars and pass Hamilton to win.
Oh, but if they flag them and let them go
But
by
if they
during
let
the
him go,
flag,
there's your
Now it's mano a mano.
and you're talking cars that are not apple to apple because of, like we mentioned before,
heck.
The tires. Hamilton's tires were a lot more worn, much more laps. Verstappen had
A different compound, newer tires.
and that, that's what I was saying before, is like it's not determined. This decision isn't the only thing that changed the race. Like, you could say, all right, if they started it that way and there were 2 laps or 3 laps, well, Verstappen had the faster car at the moment because the tires there's so many other factors. You know what I mean? There's so many other things to factor. It wasn't like, this is it. A lot of people making out to be that way, but Hamilton had the opportunity. It's just race. What do you call it? Race management.
So when they flagged those cars, they ended up being between the 2 of them.
They
were
had been
already
in between them for a period of the race, but there was a safety car that came out, and all the cars kind of regroup in a tight, kind of bumper to bumper esque lineup, similar to they do in NASCAR. I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
They all
similar.
group up.
Yeah, they all group up, and that was fine with everyone because these cars were in between Hamilton in first and Verstappen in second. So if it were to come down to a 1-lap race, it would be realistically impossible for Verstappen to overtake
Because there were
3 or 4 cars.
4 cars, I believe.
4 cars and overtake Hamilton in the course of
A lap.
1 lap. It's just
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not.
not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen unless those 3 cars or 4 cars literally pulled over and stopped for him to pass, which
Right.
wasn't going to happen either. But
And even still, without being on Hamilton's bumper, if you will, from the start, like, if there's a gap between Hamilton and Verstappen in 1 lap, it's
that gap remains.
regardless, it's very difficult to catch, and make up and pass.
Right.
Because the drivers are both so well and evenly matched that, like, if you were to start them 5 seconds apart, the lap when they get to the end, they're going to be at almost 5 seconds because they're just so evenly matched and driven.
Right.
I was right, and like, even I'm saying worn tires, it's not like, one finishes in 1 minute and one finishes in 1 minute and 6 seconds. There's no way the gap is going to be that big.
No, it's still
it's
hundredths
still
of a second.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
we're
like
still-
1.02 difference. Yeah. It's so minuscule. And I guess, like, really the only thing, which I don't know the rules enough, but would have been to leave those cars in between.
in place, right? And from all of the footage that's coming out, the in-car footage from other drivers, they're all like, "What the fuck are we doing? This isn't right." Like, as things are unfolding.
So that's what I would like to know more about. So to me, for just the most casual, like, learning as I go fan of this sport, to me it made total sense. I was like, okay, we regroup, get back in your order.
Yeah,
Like, to me, it just made sense. However, thinking about it, I can be like, well, no, because that may be the order you were placed, but that's not the order you're racing in. That's
I
not where you
almost
are on the track.
Think of it as in golf, play it where it lies.
Yeah,
Like, this is at the time of stop, safety car.
yeah.
This is how it looked. This is how the restart should go.
And now expanding on it and taking some time to think about it and seeing all the videos come out, then it was like, oh, okay, I understand that side of.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So they put them as play it as it lies. So it was
No.
first,
They were
17, 16.
They were playing as it lies in safety car laps.
but they should have been put back in pole
And
position.
before they started, they put them back to match grid.
Oh.
So, you know what I mean? It's just like, if if us 3 were in a race and you were in first position and Corey was a lap
I was
down,
in third, but I was ahead of Josh because I had been lapped.
right? And we had to race 20 feet away, and suddenly the steward says, no, Josh needs to go to position 2. There's just, in a way, an unfair advantage to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a little more likely, or it's a little easier of a path for me to now pass you, or at least get to you to try to pass you,
Right. You
versus
don't have
having
to-
to
I'm not-
pass Corey
I'm not
in
in the way
addition.
now.
Right,
yeah, you don't
right,
have to fight for it.
right.
So they left it as is. Is what you're saying, or they did
No,
not
they told those 4 cars that
get
were
out of the way
to pass,
To
and
go
get out of the way,
Around
to reset
to get
the
to
grid.
the back of their.
Oh, so they
to
put
reset
1
the
and 2
grid.
next to each other to fight.
Correct.
And when next to each other, like, I think they were almost like shoulder to like head level. Like, they were so close to each other when
So
they
that must
came.
have been at least a hell of a race to watch then.
It was.
Oh, the last lap, yeah,
I
it was
mean,
wild.
was
and
crazy.
We're skipping
Absolutely
what,
wild.
in my opinion, was the best part of the race, which is Sergio Perez just battling with Hamilton.
Yeah.
Just absolutely like this Red Bull driver, Checo, is what they call him.
Chico. I call him Chico.
Checo,
Yeah.
Sergio Perez. He's not like, I mean, listen, if you're an F1, if you're a driver in F1, like you're one of
What is
many,
it,
many,
30?
many, many, many millions, 20.
Okay, 20.
So like you're just top person. So obviously he's an incredibly talented driver. And any time someone goes up against a Hamilton, it's kind of like, oh well, you know, he just gets outclassed or outdriven. This guy put on his big boy pants. Not like he doesn't always wear them, but he drove the fucking wheels off that car.
Yeah.
To like hold position and like get, because how did it really unfold? Like Verstappen was getting caught up. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. He was ahead of Hamilton, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was ahead, and he like blocked him so that
Okay,
Hamilton couldn't.
just slow him down.
That's right. So
for
Hamilton
Verstappen to
could
catch up.
Verstappen could catch up. That's exactly how I'll play it. But the fact that he was able to do that for such a long period of time,
Yeah.
and then get past and then overtake, it was remarkable. It was so fun to watch.
So my last question. So it went first place, 16th, 17th, 18th, or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
19th, the 4 cars. Then second place. They moved these guys to the back. First and second. Did second end up winning?
Yes.
Oh, is that why people are all
Because-
pissed off?
Because it immediately gave him a advantage and a chance. Right. Exactly. And again, with all the other stuff factored in, tires, etc. Now you have a fresher car in a way
In second.
in second with a car with a little bit with worn tires that didn't have to worry about second place a few minutes ago.
Right.
with gear, with the car and tires that would have been more than sufficient enough to complete the last few laps and maintain that
At
healthy
With a
healthy
4-car buffer.
Yeah, with
Right,
that healthy
right.
first place position.
So they
Right.
removed that.
that
They made him
buffer.
drive
That
the
buffer.
shit out of the car. But everybody wanted to see that, though. So they must have done it just
I
for
don't
like
think everyone, because there's not a lot of people who are happy.
No, it would have ended
in him
normally.
winning.
Or in Hamilton winning normally. It would have been a normal closeout to a race because the race was fought. Hamilton beat out Perez, who's again trying to fight for his assist or partner Verstappen and make it. That was the race. It was already done until these things occurred.
Okay, so that's why everybody's pissed.
Yeah.
I didn't see many
And
people to post it like shit posting though. It's just like
Oh my God, it's fucking.
they were like, "This guy's the GOAT."
So on,
was
I
like,
have
okay.
to say on Instagram, there's not that much. On Twitter, it is
It seems much bigger
more
on
people
Twitter.
worldwide, I think, use Twitter. That's why. So like, it is. My entire feed is literally F1 of stuff. The support for Verstappen, Hamilton, fuck the stewards, all that. So it's just insane. The
Yeah, it
past,
sounds
literally
like
ever since the.
If they never do
it
that,
occurred.
then they just decide to do this during a race that everybody was literally anticipating for weeks and weeks.
Well, the problem is, it's not just anticipating for weeks. Oh, well, it is, but you're talking literally number 1, number 2, tied for points for the championship for the year.
And then you throw
It's
them in
8 or 9 months of racing.
It's the biggest thing, like all down
The
to this.
deciding
And
factor.
my thing is just like, and I understand what Corey's saying. Like, well, what do you do? But my thing, picturesque. None of this would have happened.
Yeah.
And it would have, just I want to see a battle without all this other baloney. Take apple to apple car and driver for driver and then battle it out. Sure. It's just unfortunate that this gets thrown in there and there's one confusion because for the first 2 days, still to a certain extent, nobody has a fucking clue what's going on. Mercedes was filing a bunch of I don't know what they're actually called, but like grievances towards the FIA, towards the
Investigations
yeah,
or whatever.
And just like
for
I think they
why
brought-
they did that position change.
Yeah.
And again, if you go back in history, this stuff has been done previously, and I'm sure there's reasons and reasoning of like, oh no, and a lot of it has to often do with safety. Of no, we want to do this because of this, or I don't know enough to speak towards why this decision was made in this manner. And it again has been done before to a certain extent, maybe just not at. There's a big difference between doing it mid-season.
And at a critical end game
Right.
position. Yeah.
Versus last few laps of the last race of probably one of the most talked about and biggest hyped F1 seasons in a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it came down to 100% even in points, like down to a half a point. They were both even. So like there was no variables.
And how many laps were left? You said 1 or 2.
One.
So
One.
exactly 1.
I don't know how many laps were left when the safety car came out.
Oh, I think maybe 5 or 6 were
Right.
left.
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
When
so
the-
there was no way. Well, I mean, if the safety wasn't called, I still don't think in 5 laps he'd pass 4 cars.
I don't know the stats to give you enough to be like, oh yeah, I don't think 5 laps, even at a ridiculous pace. I don't know if that's enough time for him
He
to
probably would have passed the laps cars. I don't believe he would have caught him.
right to catch up because once these guys get near each other, it's not like he's just done with them in a couple corners. They can battle for multiple laps
Yeah.
until finally somebody gives up position and one passes the other.
Or they could defend.
Right. Exactly. Well,
If
that's
they don't
yeah,
want him
exactly.
to pass at all. And they're like, nah, I'm gonna take 17th, but you're
And then-
definitely going to get second.
And stuff like that had happened in the previous race with
Yeah.
Verstappen potentially, we don't know for sure, purposely brake checking or purposely slowing down to basically, brake check Hamilton.
Yeah.
That happened literally a couple weeks
A
prior.
week, yeah, a week before.
prior. So there's been controversy and things surrounding this whole championship race for this entire F1 season between these two. And that's what made it so damn compelling. Unfortunately, this is the way it.
I feel like I'm listening to a podcast right now. I had no idea what was going on. This is actually interesting.
Oh, it's wild. And
Yeah.
and in truth, I truly mean this. Is like watch Drive to Survive. There's currently 3 seasons up right now. Is it 3? Yeah, it's 3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
This new one will be the
The
4th.
4th.
Which
And-
Verstappen said he's not going to participate in, which is going to be ultra interesting because this entire season
Wow.
he made a statement, I think maybe a month or 2 months ago, that he will no longer participate in Drive to Survive. It just takes up too much of his time that he should be dedicating to racing.
Wow.
So imagine if now the season winner
Is no longer there.
says, no, I'm not
It's
doing
just-
it anymore.
It's unfortunately going to throw more fuel to the fire of controversy and conspiracy theory and everything else.
Yeah, and he had said this a while ago. So he said this when it wasn't even, and the
Yep.
standings weren't even. He had said this obviously way before this race had happened,
Yeah.
and he had made it clear, hey, this takes up too much time. This isn't worth it. Like, I need to be focusing on other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like pro gamers choosing not to stream anymore.
Yeah.
Because if you're streaming, you're not scrimming. And if you're not scrimming, you're not bettering.
Scrimmaging.
Scrimmaging, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're not playing other pro teams, like, day in and day out privately to run all your strats and figure out all these game plans and stuff, and you're just streaming for public where you're not being secretive or doing things that other teams aren't knowing about,
Yeah.
you lose a footing, which makes sense. So if he's stepping away from a streaming service, like, that's not just like, oh, what's going on? It's like literal days and days of him being on camera, probably, for what we see of what seemingly like maybe 30 minutes of clips.
Probably. That's probably pretty close
And
because
it probably took a month of his time.
they do. I don't know how long they have them sit for, but typically they interview the drivers, team managers, co-drivers, things of that nature, and they usually sit down for just small clips. So I assume at every race or however they did it, you'd have at least 5-10 minutes. I don't know, 5 minutes,
they
especially with
show-
those guys.
Do they show how they train?
Often, yeah. There's often some training stuff.
Yeah.
Are they driving real cars all the time, or do they have sim rigs?
Sims, and it's all hand-eye.
Ridiculous sims. Right.
Oh
and-
yeah, where
and
they like drop stuff and have them grab
Yeah.
it.
tennis balls being thrown at you, like,
They're like hitting like lights and buzzers and
Yeah.
stuff as it's going off, but they like can't move their head or look anywhere.
yeah.
They're kind of just like using their peripheral and stuff. So this is funny. So Max Verstappen is refusing to be filmed for Netflix smash hit Drive to Survive because it quote unquote fakes rivalries to attract American viewers. Here we are, baby. We are American viewers that were roped in
Because of a
of the
rivalry.
rivalries and the drama that Netflix has
I'm going to
filmed.
be honest. All the bullshit surrounding this guy, he's my villain. And on top of this statement, fuck this guy.
Yeah. So
It's
he
like
says
WWE.
he's not participating in the new series of Drive to Survive. Let's see. So Red Bull Star claims that the series has faked a few rivalries. Okay.
Well, I mean, faking a few rivalries. There's a difference between showing the drama because there's going to be like everybody's going to be. I'm sure a lot of these guys, drivers wise, are going to have what's the term I'm looking for? Camaraderie between each other, just
Yeah.
like anything. But like, there's
Yeah.
still drama.
Yeah, there's still going to be people on the outside that pick a side.
Right.
If someone gets wronged that you like
Right.
versus someone that you don't like, you're like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that it needs to be done. This is what he said. I understand that it needs to be done to boost the popularity in America. From my side as a driver, I don't like being a part of it. They faked a few rivalries which don't really exist. So I decided to not be a part of it and did not give any more interviews after that because then there is nothing you can show. I'm not really a dramatic show kind of person. I just want facts and real things to happen. He added that the problem is that they will always position you in a way they want. So whatever you say, they will try to make you look reckless or try to make you whatever fits into their story.
I could see that.
I mean, yeah, of course, it's reality television. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's media.
You know, they tell you, oh, did you hear what so-and-so said about you?
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about that? Or they say something and they chop it and screw it up like the American media does to make you believe whatever you want.
Yeah.
But, yes, he says they're... Okay, anyway, he says, so I never really liked that. I prefer just to have a one-on-one interview with the person who would like to know me. You know? So, there you are.
Fair, I guess.
I'm still a free agent, if you will.
You don't know who you back fully.
I really like the McLaren guys. I like Lando. I like Daniel Ricciardo.
I'm just gonna back.
I like
Honda.
Carlos Sainz. Let me tell you, Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari car, getting used to it. I mean, he's done incredibly well for himself in a new car and a new platform in a high-profile setting.
They might be making a comeback to be.
I mean, I guess McLaren is for sure, but like a bigger, higher profile setting in F1
in
than
F1,
Ferrari.
there really isn't. That's pinnacle.
I mean,
Especially with
Ferrari Red. I mean,
with multiple races, I believe in Italy.
Yeah.
And just like it's
but I mean, Carlos Sainz is he's kind of my North Star.
Yeah.
I'm banking on him long term.
Yeah.
Isn't the Honda driver the kid that came from Red Bull or something?
Pierre Gasly. He came from like Red Bull's like lower. They've got like a B.
B
Group.
team
No.
F2
What company won? Honda?
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Red Bull?
Red Bull,
Yeah,
which
Red
is powered
Bull,
by
Team
Honda.
Red, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is powered by Honda. Yeah.
Go
They did a
Honda.
cool throwback livery this year too.
Go Honda.
Also, Honda's first year, like with Red Bull,
Okay.
with Red Bull specifically. I should be clear.
Setting the bar pretty high for them
Their
too.
TCR cars are sick. They
Yeah.
just have
Shouts-
problems.
Shouts to Ungluck.
Yeah.
Non-stop problems.
Shouts to Ungluck building some Type R's for IMSA.
Well, hopefully their hoods stay on.
He's up in the Discord. Yeah, I mean, he'll make him stay on.
Oh yeah, that
He's
dude.
building some crazy cages. So
Yeah.
They probably needed that guy. Because
he's a very talented person. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he's
They're-
adding to the team.
I was just sad when they first started racing TCR. They were having like heat soak issues, and I think once actually the hood flew off on one of the cars. They went from like first to fifth or something, and
Yeah.
Hyundai was just smashing them all.
Well,
year.
that was because in the TCR the Hyundais were freaking
Killing it.
they were FCP was hanging with them. I think the second season. Matter of fact, FCP won the championship, but they were constantly battling those Velosters.
Yeah.
But
Apparently
yeah,
they were quite fast.
yeah. What a season! I genuinely look forward to watching the Drive to Survive and seeing all the behind the scenes
It's
stuff.
like 90 or 100 days till the season kicks off. So it's
Yeah.
not a lot of time.
yeah, exactly. I think it's 80 something now.
Yeah.
because I think it's 80. I think it started with 90.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's sometime in April.
And generally, the Drive to Survive comes out before, like
Yeah.
a week or two before the season starts.
Yeah.
So that'll,
Go sports.
Yeah.
Motorsports.
yeah, it's getting sorted now.
Yeah,
so
go motorsports. Let's
Yeah.
get more motorsports into the mainstream.
They
Yeah.
should do a Drive to Survive drift for FD.
I think it's
that one's a little weird, and I say a little weird because
so much of it's covered in social media.
everybody already kind of does it anyway.
Yeah, but there's not. It's true, but
You're right. It's not all in one place.
It's
they need
not-
a
right.
good cinematography
That would be awesome.
backed, like the Grand Tour like cinema
Yeah.
of anything that's automotive.
Shouts to FD if you want to hire a Revival motor and you
Yeah.
put that together, we'll put it together for you.
Yeah, I'll fly a drone or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it
what's
would
like-
be cool to see. And matter of fact, you say that because earlier today I was watching some Chelsea Denofa stuff of him competing in this past season of FD. And
Killing
just it's behind the scenes stuff. And
Yeah.
like him and his wife were doing breakdowns of different courses. And it was really cool. He was talking through with like a little finger pointer
Love
of
that.
of like a bunch of different stuff of comparing his runs, other people's runs of what the judges were looking for and all that. Very, very good, great insight to what they are looking for.
And that's what the people want to see. I mean, for that specific genre, I mean, look at Lock City recently just posted, hey, what do you guys want to see? And
Yep.
literally everyone, we want to see driver profiles and we want to see track breakdowns and like style breakdowns.
Yep.
Because some of these guys that are driving B currently, like myself, our lines are shit. You know what I mean? And we're
Yeah.
just trying to figure it out. But if you see it, you can learn it.
Yeah.
Or if it's explained,
No,
like
it's
you
easier
take this to keep speed.
Right.
or-
If you even a little bit of articulation from somebody, putting what you see plus what you know, you can.
yeah, you could.
It's easier to kind of take away from
shemangle
it.
something
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Bada bing, bada boom.
But FD
Bing
is on
bong.
bing bong, fuck your life. You're on a whole different level with FD. It's so fast. Whereas
Oh.
Formula versus TCR, it's like it's fast, but Formula is fast.
Oh, it's not even. It's otherworldly.
it's
Yeah.
so jittery. It's like
Yeah.
Someone mentioned the Grand Tour. 2 days.
Yes.
2 days from now. Carnage et Trois.
I cannot wait for this one.
Did you watch the trailer?
Yes. A couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be good.
when will these guys miss?
I don't know because
When will they miss?
Clarkson doesn't have to do anything. He can just stand there and make a
none of them
fucking.
have to do it.
He can just stand there and make a funny face or just something or just stand there
I'm
Yeah.
laughing.
and I'm gonna be fucking laughing.
Yeah.
He's got the Nomex suit on. It says something balls
Yeah.
or whatever it is. It's
course.
supposed to say something, but it's just I don't know.
I
I'm
love
12.
how they repeat the jokes. Like when they were the race cars and the doors were open, his said like sack.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's just like it's never to me. It's never gonna get old.
As long as he says, I've amended it, I'm in. My car broke my
Power.
James.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I've mended it and I'm on the road. I love it when he's like,
It's to me, it's never gonna get old.
No.
I
it'll
wish
never-
they would be here forever.
Yeah.
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 Clarkson's Farm season 2, I believe, is underway as well. I do follow Clarkson on social media.
Good follow?
He's gonna have to mend his thumb. I don't know what he did,
Oh, I think
but
he
there
took
was
it
there
off.
was just a picture of it with just
Gauze.
giant gauze rat, and you could see kind of it was red. So I don't know what he did. I'm sure something on the farm.
Farming accident.
Yeah, yeah. So he's gonna mend that.
Yeah.
Want to get into some questions?
Yeah.
Let's do some questions. Shout out to everybody who's out there still listening.
Oh, I was going to mention this in the video segment, but the e-tron S1, the new Unicorn Cannon Block
Oh
thing,
shit!
check it
yes.
out. It's awesome. Cool video about it. They nerd out over it. Let us know what you think of the looks in the Discord. Post them up in there.
Yeah.
I'm interested in reading about it. We're not going to get into a full deep dive discussion about it. We don't truly know that much about it yet, so I think we need to hear it
Yeah, it's all
and watch it first.
it's going to be speculation. I'm sure it's going to be built on the RS kind of related stuff, the RS e-tron stuff. I'm sure it's going to be actually even more so with that. So in that video, Ken Block doesn't drive it yet. They just go there. We look at some Germans type pants, and they
They're so fucking
discuss all the design.
And one guy wearing an all black sweatsuit.
in a
This is so
turtleneck.
tight. Yeah.
Oh my, that's yeah. And it's still super entertaining. They walk around the design cues and all that good stuff. So my understanding is in a upcoming video, I don't know exactly when, Mr. Block does obviously get to drive it. So that'll be cool to see. Quickly on the videos, if you get a chance, you all right over there?
Did you
buddy?
hear that?
I did, yeah. Your
I was-
stomach was
My body was
your
just like,
body's angry.
yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. If you get a chance and you are into F1 and you are into cameras and cinematography and all that good stuff, go into YouTube and just type in F1 how's it shot? ? It's quite good. It's a video of this young lad who does a very good I don't know, 10 or 12 minute explanation of how F1 achieves what they achieve to bring us the scenes every race that they have. And it's
Those cars are going so fast. I can only imagine they're like breaking tripods trying to keep up with them.
147 microphones, like 126 cameras.
How do they like stay on it? Do they explain how
They
they stay
pan.
on them?
Well, they pan.
yeah, but they like,
They do whip pans.
is it autofocus?
No, well, no, that's manual focus for that.
Is someone pulling focus?
But
when
somebody's,
they're panning
they
and stuff?
probably are themselves, I'd assume, at each spot.
So how
because
are you
you-
zooming and focusing?
Well, you have to know
You have to be a god.
you're where you are. You know what I mean? You know what you do. You can set your focus wheel to pull, like, here, I see a car come into view, I pull this far. You can set like parameters to it, limits, if you will. So they probably have, it's all done, obviously, ahead of
It's
time.
not their first rodeo.
Yeah.
No, it's
yeah.
not. But you have to be a legend to pick that up. Those cars are like, you know.
But you know
That's
where
a
they're going to be
technical term.
on that track.
You know
too.
where they're going to be. You know your depth.
Yeah.
You know
like
the line they're gonna
everything's
be on.
there.
But
Right.
if-
It's not.
But if they were like, all right, here's your depth and here comes the car, you and I would be like, and then immediately fuck it up. I guarantee it.
Another good thing that
I'm a god. I can figure it out.
yeah.
Hey, Josh,
Another
I
point I wanted to bring up is
disrespect
that
me, my hoe.
you don't see every single panning shot. You only see the good one.
Right. Right.
That's true.
So like,
I
if
bet you 50% of them fucking. it
if
up every
one
time.
isn't in focus, then those aren't the ones that are going to make the
Right.
cut.
But how
Or
do
if
they do it live to TV?
There's 126 cameras.
you got to watch this video because he
Yeah.
explains
They
how.
explain
There's a
that
whole
too?
team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's quite cool.
They're
It's,
like, oh, this guy's got it.
No, they constantly.
Quite
There's
literally, yeah.
not what you're hearing. You're not hearing. Obviously, we hear the broadcasters in the back. It sounds like fucking utter chaos.
Sounds like
Yelling.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like Wall Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exactly like that. Just yelling,
gonna
bring it
watch
in,
that.
camera two, now bring this in, or we got to go
Yeah.
this, and pan to the crowd.
Yeah.
It's just like constant, and it doesn't even make sense, but you know they're all somehow communicating with each other, even though when you hear it, it sounds like 5 to 10 people just yelling at each other the
That's
entire
crazy.
time.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. Then.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
That's
awesome.
always fascinated me. Same thing with like road racing where they're like pulling shit like all these corners. Or like drifting, old drifting videos.
Yeah,
And they're perfectly capturing this car while perfectly keeping it in focus
yeah.
as it's coming down the hill, around the corner.
Well, I mean,
this corner, way
autofocus
up the
now
hill.
generally is pretty good,
Yeah.
but with these cameras, I'm sure they're still using manual and pulling focus and doing
Yeah.
everything that way.
'Cause
But
I know sometimes they have like a gizmo on the lens. One person is shooting, the other's watching from a monitor.
yeah, you can pull right.
and they're focusing while the other person's shooting.
Like that camera that we're using right now, that's how that would have to be shot if we were to do something with me away from that camera.
yeah, you have
know what I
somebody
mean?
like holding your back to
Yeah.
walk with you and
Yeah, exactly. Gets that level. But this stuff, they are in position. They know what they're, know what's coming at the very least.
Yeah.
So, but still fascinating video. It's like I said, it's 10, 12 minutes long. Gets into the cameras, some of the gear to a certain extent, but not, it's a good overall overview of how it's done. It's not super, super detailed with some aspects of it.
You'll certainly leave knowing more than you went in with.
Yeah. Yeah. And just kind of respect, like, oh shit.
pulls back
It's
some of
quite
the
wild.
layers of the onion.
Exactly. We like onions. Let's get into some questions. Let me start with the Discord ones. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, here, we got a question
Get
that
into
was
some-
sent to us via voicemail.
Questions.
We're going to question the onions. I'm not even going to play the song. I'm just going to play the voicemail.
All right, let's
Go
hear
ahead.
it.
Hey, fellas. I know you guys touched on it very briefly at one point, but your thoughts on the twin-charged cars, like ones that have superchargers and turbochargers on them. I'm only aware of Volvo and maybe Mercedes doing it. If you guys could dive in and see who else does it, or even figure out some more of the engineering side of it, that would be cool. Yeah. Talk to you later, boys, and hope you all have a great holiday.
Shouts.
It's not wrong. That would be really cool
Shouts.
to know more about that.
Yeah, I know it's a thing. I know people have done it both from a production standpoint and from an aftermarket standpoint. I don't know.
My understanding is that supercharger for immediate torque,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and then turbo for high end.
Yeah. No, like the general concept, but like how do you make it work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, how do you make it reliable? So, like,
You
for
don't.
example, well, no, that's not true because you've got Volvo has their, which he mentioned,
Yep.
and actually contribution Chris. He daily drives one of them, and it's a long-term reliable vehicle. It's great on power. You don't feel any of it. You also don't hear any of it, to be fair, but you don't feel any of it. You don't feel a change in power. You don't feel a change in torque. You don't feel anything besides just acceleration. It's very linear. It's very smooth.
I think part of that is because we think of it as a, oh damn,
Power game.
let's fucking make this
Yeah.
puppy sing, versus that's purpose
utilitarian
built for
purpose.
efficiency.
Yeah. I think I'm going to look at this the same way as I look at turkey for Thanksgiving. There's a reason. Hey, hold on.
Please, fucking let's see you pull this around.
There's a reason why you only eat turkey once a year. Because it sucks. So maybe there's a reason why you don't see turbo supercharger application very often.
Pub
It's
99.
It's certainly complex. I mean, it's definitely not the smoothest way to go about the situation.
That's a lot of moving shit
Pub 99 makes barbecue turkey tips, and I can eat those.
every day. But
Every day.
like an oven baked turkey?
Probably not.
No, right. Exactly.
Not so much.
So think about it. You got to do supercharger oil, supercharger belt, pulley. Then you have to do turbo maintenance if it ever goes, seals. Oil lines go to it. It could be coolant cooled. You could just have a mess.
Let's see.
I honestly look at it from just a management standpoint of like, what the fuck's the ECU doing?
I mean,
Screaming
this
internally.
this so advanced now. I can sort it out. I mean, I'm just trying to get some information here. See if I can bring it up quick enough that it kind of fits within the segment.
But is there a new 2020 plus supercharged?
Didn't
There is.
Volkswagen do one?
Volkswagen did a 1.4. That's what I was kind of looking at here. It's a twin charged 1.4 TSI.
Because now
So
would
it
be a
featured
good
twin
time to
charge
look at 'em.
technology. Let's see. Just like Nissan, Volkswagen used a magnetic clutch for the Roots type supercharger. Unlike Nissan and Lancia, the VW Group devised a control valve that would bypass the supercharger in some situations, like high RPMs. This would maximize the efficiency of the engine, but the turbo would overlap it until a particular RPM. So I mean,
that's what I was thinking in my head, because if you use supercharger for immediate torque, because it's almost like all motor,
It's low end,
with
right?
like a little backpack.
Yep.
And then once it gets to a point where the supercharger would flatten out and the turbo would take over,
Yep.
that would be like the coolest thing. And if they did that, that's
Right, because then theoretically it would be a pretty linear power curve
right.
Mhm.
and not really end.
But couldn't you just do like the right size turbo and it would just scream from bottom to top? You
Or
know?
twins.
Yeah.
that-
Like I
you
feel
know
like
what I
there's
mean?
just
Like-
a better way maybe, and that's why.
Right.
And the
well, to-
supercharger, do they put like a clutch pulley?
To what Corey was saying, like you're just introducing a lot more stuff.
Shit,
Yeah.
So it must be like the supercharger goes to one thing and then it like frees the locked gear, and then it
Right, so
free
it can spin
spins.
freely.
That's crazy.
it looks. I mean, this is a photo of the engine, but it looks pretty compact. In here, I mean, this is just like a little image of it, but let's see. Over the lower spec T5 engine, the supercharger allows the T6 engine to produce approximately 140 foot-pounds torque more when it's just off of its idle. Interestingly, the turbocharger in Volvo's twin-charge engine activates earlier than others, doing so around 15 to 1600 RPM. It allows the T6 engine to maintain its peak torque past 4,500 RPM when the supercharger's torque begins to wane. I mean,
So where a turbo torque might fall off up top or down low because you haven't spooled it,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
got supercharger.
To make up for it.
It-
So that's kind of cool. But then at that point, just build like a really big all motor car.
yeah, but that's not efficient.
It's not, but
That's right. This
I
is
guess for efficient
these
driving.
Are, right. That again, we're looking at it from because we want to look at it as power.
But
Yeah.
why do you need all that torque for efficiency? What are you doing? Is it for towing?
You're in maybe a higher gear. You know what I'm saying? So it's more fuel efficient.
And if it's not, if the motor isn't working as hard, it's not burning as much fuel.
Tim Connors, AMG uses a clutch type supercharger pulley.
Bingo. There we go.
That's cool. So yeah, like centrifugal or maybe like a. Yeah. Either way, I mean that's an interesting build.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a reason why they don't do it.
So the Twin Charger is a fun alternative to the harsh reality of emissions and fuel economy regulations, one that promises that us petrol heads and politicians can both eat cake together and get along.
I doubt it.
Yeah, that's currently their only solution.
Yeah.
They put a supercharger tax.
If that's the case.
Where one gets the performance they're looking for, the other gets the results at the pump. I don't know.
We're fucked, and that's why we have EVs.
But I mean, that's kind of
Good question.
Yeah. No, great question. And
It looks cool.
I just have his number, so I'm just going to tell everybody his number. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No,
yeah.
Shouts to you,
It
sir.
certainly,
Thank
certainly
you for
looks
asking
cool
that
for
question.
sure. Yeah, I don't, because you see like the cold air is coming in and mixing with the warm air, the compressed air of the supercharger, and feeding right into the turbo there. So
Yeah,
That's wild.
it is. It is. Engineers, man, they crazy.
They crazy. Sometimes they put
what
the
worries
oil
me the
filter-
most is I would never own one of these things where I didn't have a warranty to cover it.
That motor
100%.
is probably over engineered. You look at it, you're like, that's incredible. And then the oil filter is like right above the starter. So when you pull it off, it just covers the starter oil.
Yeah.
Like something crazy like that.
I had nowhere else to put it. Yeah.
It was good.
Let's answer some questions from Discord. Against the pack. Main question: thoughts on building a rep car, i.e., turning an E30 into an M3 bodied? There are plenty of kits out there, and there is a company making full metal panels. And for like $40K, they will build the chassis. I think it's like a garage in Norway E30 or something like that.
It's not for me.
Not me either. And
If you've got an E30, make it a fantastic.
Yep.
E30s are fantastic.
Yep.
Make it a fantastic E30. It's not an M3. It's never going to be an M3.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
I agree. If you're gonna throw wide body M3 E30 quarters on a normal or a normal E30, go for it. But do not put the M3 badge on.
right, don't put badges. Don't it's
spit on it.
to me. Exactly. If I personally, no matter what anybody'd ever think, no matter hypothetically, if nobody ever seen the car ever, it's not an M3.
Right. Same goes for if you have a WRX and you put an STI wing on it.
Right.
There's thousands of other wings out
Right. Bunch of different stuff. Anything really. Yeah,
Don't
it
put
just
there. SI Civic stickers on a base model.
Type R
Don't
stickers
put a
on
Type
things
R
like
model
that.
on an
It's just
Accord.
like, and I would fully applaud somebody putting a whole Type R drivetrain in a non-Type R car,
Not a Type R though.
but it's not a Type R.
So don't put that
That's
sticker on
that
there.
sort of stuff. So
Return it.
return to
Send
sender.
it
That's
right
what I'm
back
saying.
to eBay.
You build up that car.
Yeah.
Make it fantastic.
That's the-
Make it the best version of that car you can.
Yep.
But
Don't put an M3 sticker on it.
it's just not. No, I don't even. That's the thing. I don't even believe in putting like the fenders and the rear quarters on it, because no matter what are you going to cut off the roof and fit an M3 roof? At what point?
Right.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Just find an
Right,
M3.
because we
Yeah.
recently learned about that. Like even the fucking windshields are different.
Everything's different. What do you?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, what are
I
you
mean,
doing?
if you want width, there's over fenders.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't
Right.
have to. But if you want something OEM looking, yeah, have fun. Cut the E30 ones off.
It should start like car should live its life as what its VIN started it as.
I think
That's
so.
the way I feel for a lot of that stuff.
It's like those Cobra kit cars. Gross.
Yeah, I just like that's the I'm
Cool car, man.
It's
Is
like,
that a
yeah, it's
Cobra?
cool.
Nah. Oh, I
Right, but it's-
immediately lost
that's
interest.
the thing.
There's
just like-
a very well done one next door.
yeah.
The factory 5 kits are quite
they're
quite
spot on.
tidy. Quite tidy. Yeah, there's one next door next week. If they're still here, you should pop in and check it out.
It's
Also, like I sat inside of it, I have a hard time fitting.
your feet
Hit all three pedals. at
have
once.
about that much room.
Yeah.
I hate that. I used to Cerakote my shop would Cerakote the headers for them a lot
Yeah.
Yep.
for those kit cars, but I'd end up blasting them. Sucks.
Let's see. Say hi to your ma for me. He just writes, or he or she just writes, is owning a BMW the best way to become a master technician?
My answer to that is an electrical technician. Sure.
Yeah.
I hit my blinker yesterday.
Everything has its quirks.
I hit my blinker yesterday. Blinker doesn't work anymore.
In what car?
In your Civic.
In the BMW,
Oh.
the rear window went down. It moved. It didn't. It won't do it anymore. But it lurched.
In BMW's defense, which I don't defend them much these days, but you've done a lot to your car. buddy.
How much is actually a BMW anymore with that thing?
Everything but the motor. All the wiring harness
Really?
is still in there. Yeah.
How's it look inside?
Like it wasn't finished in the production room. They went home early on a Wednesday and never came back.
Just never showed back up. But they still ran the car off the assembly line.
Yeah.
Young Joey. I might have asked this before, but in a worse way. But anyway, what would you consider an ultimate camera vehicle? Needs or storage capacity, ability to shoot rollers out of, good mile per gallon for long trips to a location.
Yeah,
Honda.
I was Raptor up until that good fuel economy.
Toyota Sienna, best car.
I'm not going to lie, a minivan makes a pretty damn good camera
I mean,
vehicle.
look at Crispy.
Is that what he's got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he shoots rollers out of the side of the
That's
back of it.
that. Like
Yeah.
just from a shooting perspective, you're going to get everything you could need in that vehicle. You'll be able to move around in it really well. We tried to use the MCV as a camera car. Turns out
Doesn't work great.
folding doors aren't very good when you're trying to shoot rollers out of them. So we elected to just take them off. That worked.
It was
But
a nightmare taking them off.
The
but
only other one I could think of is maybe a Ford Ranger
What are you gonna do with a Ford Ranger?
I
camera car.
I don't
No.
think it
It's a
doesn't.
low, it's a low truck.
It
could be in
doesn't have the
bed.
speed you would need to keep up with some stuff.
so in all honesty,
Oh, okay.
if I won't buy a minivan ever, but like Forerunner, Toyota
would be
Forerunner.
tight.
Yeah, that
Mainly
rear window.
because that rear window goes all the way down. And you can shoot out of that. And for the most part, with that, you could shoot from the side, similar to a minivan. Not exactly, but you could get pretty damn close.
And there's a hitch, so you could create a.
Right, bunch of different stuff.
Thingy.
And it's a pretty, it's a damn good vehicle anyway. Obviously, that, like, on-track camera, car-to-car stuff, that's a different.
Yeah, you need like
Beast.
a freaking Porsche with like all the suction cup shit.
You could
like,
do it with some decent stuff.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy ones.
Yeah.
What about
nice-
Larry chasing down Turek
in a Supra? Yeah.
and his Supra's chasing down a Supra?
Yeah. That's a flex.
Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire, baby.
Yep. But I mean, truthfully, hell, I would 100% rent a minivan just to shoot out of,
Yeah.
to film some stuff. We might even be doing so. So,
Hey.
at some point, Disco Steve, at Shook TD, not a question, but shout out to the guy at work that I randomly overheard listening to the podcast a few weeks ago.
I forgot to delete my @, but hey, shouts out to that guy. I don't know if he's talking about me. Corey had everybody.
Oh, okay. So that was, I get what you're saying. Right.
Yeah, they have to @ me,
So
so,
I
I get
just-
an alert.
I just read it off the teleprompter. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I just did.
Fuck you, San Diego.
That's exactly what I just did. So yeah, huge shouts, Disco Steve, whoever that was listening in background. Shouts to you for listening. Shouts to that person.
Firm handshakes.
Trap Lord suck bang bang bang. He just writes, "Are we going to do a B for B subscriber Secret Santa next year?" ? Hey, if you guys want to do that, that's all.
Yeah,
on
if you guys can figure it out yourself.
yeah.
We'll give you a list of everyone.
We'll create
Yeah.
a channel in the Discord.
yeah. We'll give you a list of everyone. You guys can draw each other's names.
Yeah.
You deal with the shipping and everything like that on it.
Shanahan B. One trend in the car community that needs to go, and one that we need to see more of in.
Should we count to 3 and then I'll just say the ones that need to go? The first one that comes to mind.
Hold on, what are they called? I already know what I am,
Yeah.
but
We count to 3 and we'll all say it.
okay.
I'm trying to think of one that I want to.
Tell me when you're ready to go. I know. I
Yeah.
think Josh and I have the same one.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Peace.
Burble
Sideshows.
Tunes. Sideshows?
Yeah, those fucking
Oh, yeah.
meetups.
That
What
does
did you
need to go.
say?
Burble Tunes.
Oh, Burbleton. I said people.
Those fucking
Leave the cars,
meetups.
get rid of the
I don't even-
people.
What
Yeah,
are
where
they
they're
called?
doing like it's pretty much a Infinity Z show.
Convention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
Or a-
lock down a
or a-
corner and
You challengers.
Or anything with an SRT badge.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. It's the Dodge Nissan Infinity show.
It's just, like, let's not do that. Let's stop doing that, please.
Yeah.
I know they won't, but like, because they're not real car enthusiasts.
And most of them go hand in hand. You got people there
Right.
listening to those cars do that with Burble Tunes.
with Burble Tunes.
Yeah.
So there it is. That's the fucking.
trifecta.
My
We were
God,
on the
we-
brainwave.
We just completed it. I gotta switch apps. So now let's go to fucking Instagrams. Let me pull these up. Gotta swap this, close this, open this. we'll only open a few here. I don't know what you're showing him, but it already makes me want to laugh.
You gotta-
What is it?
It's
Me-
applicable. People.
Exactly. All right. Got a bunch here. So let's go. JH Creative. How you guys feeling about the end of the F1 race? As a Lewis fan, you know how I feel. I think we covered that pretty good.
Yeah, well, I think we
Yeah.
we dove in pretty thoroughly.
Rewind.
The Jackalope 89, best Christmas movie. Mine is Jingle All the Way.
Oh, that.
Jingle all the way.
Jingle
wow.
All, is that the
That's
one
a-
with Arnold?
Yeah.
Oh, he's looking for the toy, right?
Yeah. What's it called?
Super. It's the super toy.
It's
Yeah.
like the it's like an action figure.
Oh my God! It's,
Yeah.
I literally said it yesterday. Yeah, he fights the guy with the brain, Sinbad.
Yeah.
is in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Fuck. No, there's a lot of good scenes. He fights all the Santas.
Yeah, yeah, he's knocking their heads off.
Jingle all the way.
It's not Power Man. I keep thinking
I mean,
Power
the-
Man, but it's not Power
I mean,
Man.
that movie called Jingle All the Way.
I like just Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Papa Shisho. solid one.
Oh, dude, that one's funny.
My daughter's old enough to start to like appreciate that and watch it. So like that movie's just on. That, I mean, Christmas movies, man.
Christmas Vacation is mine.
Christmas Vacation, Die Hard, Home Alone, the original Home Alone,
Yeah.
still absolutely brings it.
Turbo Man.
Turbo.
Dude, that just popped into my head. I was not even thinking about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Christmas movies. Nothing new.
No, none of the new ones. Well, who cares? My mom watches Hallmark, and every time it's on, I just want to punch the TV, punch my mom, punch a baby, in that order.
And a dolphin. Downey Dirty Racing. You all started watching F1 just in time. Chico is my hero.
Yeah, Sergio Perez,
Yep.
Checo, whatever. Yeah, he's certainly the hero of that race. I mean, we know the real hero of the race is, but
I can't wait for next season already.
Charles Latifi.
I can't wait. I just like here we are.
Wait, that's what I wanted to ask. Do you think here? Okay, here. You want to talk conspiracy weird shit with this F1 race? Not to just derail the
yeah.
Oh,
question.
Yeah.
Josh put his phone down.
No.
But they asked, do you think they pulled Perez and retired him so he wouldn't be in the way? You know, there would be nothing. There would be no one else on the track. It's just eliminating as many variables as possible. Because they retired the car suspiciously in the middle of the safety car. He was fine up until that point. What happened? That they were like, he came in for a pit, and he
Right.
came into the pit hot, right? Like you would.
Yep.
You get lifted up, four
Yep.
tires, 2
Yep.
seconds later, you're on the road, right?
Yep. And they stopped him.
They stopped him, lifted the car, and rolled it in the pit.
I wouldn't doubt that. That's game.
Do you think they were like, you
gamesmanship.
know what? There's a possibility that he's not even in the run for.
Any pole position?
Yeah, so that doesn't matter.
Yep.
If they readjust the cars, like, do we just eliminate as many as possible?
Yeah. Because
I don't know. It's just a thought.
Because there was no way for him to be on and be beneficial either.
Nothing.
So at that point, fuck yeah, play the game. Now see, and I'm cool with that because
Yeah.
it's gamesmanship.
Yeah, that's
Like,
strategy.
And
Yeah.
that's not an outside party affecting the ultimate.
No,
end
that
result.
was Red Bull's. It was Christian Horner's choice or
Yeah.
Red Bull's choice to
Yeah.
say, you know what, let's get him out.
Yeah.
He's not into the Constructors Cup or the championship. He plays no factor into it. He's done his part
because
for
hypothetically,
us for this race already.
Yeah.
Tenfold already.
because hypothetically, again, this is how we're fucking speaking about this stuff. But if he had an accident, an incident,
I was just about to say, what if
And-
the team was like, what if they crash?
and or just him just goes off for
Yeah.
whatever reason, or the car breaks or whatever, and then we go back to say, and it does finish on a safety. You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like
It was
then
just-
there's no chance.
It was a thought maybe a few hours after I was driving to the grocery store. And like, I was
Son
just,
of a bitch.
I was like at a red light and my eyes just like bulge open. I was like, oh my God. I
They do
wonder.
that?
There's
Yeah.
barium in the water.
Is that what happened? Did they pull him off? Did they
F1
retire
frogs
the
are
car?
gay.
There's bones in the chocolate. Let's see. Kevin 401. Oh wait, did I leave off? Yeah, DJ Green Lava. I don't know.
Yeah. Good name.
Are there any other VW front end swaps people do since the Mark IV Golf and Jetta? Well, I'm going to be honest. Mark IV Golf and Jetta front end swaps was never a fan. Mark III, sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not up on it enough. You know what? Derek from Broke Status.
Mm-hmm.
He took his
The wagon stuff.
He took his wagon, put all, I think is it R stuff or GTI stuff on it. That was really cool. However, he did say it cost him far more than the GTI would.
right.
He said the cost, not worth it.
Not, yeah.
Yeah, but ain't nobody got
That one, that's the only like newer, cool one I can think of.
You shot that car actually right out here.
Because they don't look, they weren't like so obviously different
Yeah.
to where it just didn't look out of place.
The worst front end swap. I know it's not Volkswagen, but
Lay it on us.
is an Integra front end on a Civic hatchback.
Integra front end on a Civic hatchback.
I can't say I've ever seen that.
It looks like
Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh my
and
god!
this was a big thing.
This is quite awful.
It's trash.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
And this was big.
Are they on EGs?
EGs.
That looks good.
That looks good.
Integra Type R front end. It looks pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. But this,
Not yeah.
but the best one is the EL
El Chapo.
Civic EK. This is the best front end. Yeah.
That's pretty good front end.
It's a Domani and a Isuzu. Just a quick little lesson.
Lay it on us.
It's an Isuzu Domani
Okay.
or an EL. I think that was the other version. Honda, when Isuzu, I could be wrong. I'm almost positive though. I think Isuzu
Just put it out there. We'll figure it out.
Isuzu was in tough times, and Honda said, "We'll help you out. We'll help co-design a 4-door vehicle," and they did. And that front end is a direct bolt-on.
Huh.
The only thing you have
It
to
looks
do
like
is
a Saab kind of up front.
yeah. The only thing I think you have to do is change the bumper support. Because if you Google Isuzu Domani Gemini, there it is.
Yeah.
Wow,
Direct bolt.
Wow. All right. Well,
that's cool.
we
I
all
like
learned
that.
something new today.
And that has
Hey.
been your Honda Minute.
Thank you.
That's the cool one with the lights, by the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Look
Right
it up.
on.
It's cool.
IACCY 1432. Icky
Icky.
1432.
Intake air
That's what we're
control
gonna
valve. All right.
That's what we're going to go with. As a high school shop teacher, what's a fond memory you have from a high school shop class?
I got a good one.
Holy shit. It's been decades.
First of all, was your shop teacher an angry lumberjack? Beard, flannel, angry?
The woodworking one, he wasn't very angry. Well,
Well,
Oh
our
my
shop
God.
teacher was the shop teacher for every shop.
okay, yeah, no. Like, I had different shop teachers
Yeah.
for every different discipline.
I went to vocational school, so I only had 2 shop teachers because I just spent 3.5 years with them. So I really only had that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
And I didn't go to Vogue, so like even in middle school when shops were first introduced, or different classes, if you will, those were all different teachers. And then all through high school, completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had one, Mr. Cole. I'll literally never forget that guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's too many memories, but my favorite one is we were in shop class. And my friend Daryl, he was like all mad about being in there, and he was like, "Woodworking is stupid, Mr. Cole." And he's like, "Daryl, you can make anything out of wood." And he, in one motion, he flicked his hair. He's like, "You can't make metal out of wood, Mr. Cole." And he slammed his bro. I lost it. I laugh about it while I'm driving sometimes. Just how he said it, man. The sass. "You can't make metal out of wood, Mr. Cole." Hair flick. Dude. Best.
Oh my God. I honestly can't, like, high school was fucking wild when I went to high school because it
Yeah.
was like, it was right.
It was
at-
lawless.
it
I
was-
think about the shit that I did. It's like punishable by jail time. Like, yeah, it's
I just like when I was in high school, the time was fucked up.
yeah. Kinda. I went to school with Kinda. There he is, Davies. Holla holla.
What was it? So like, I started high school in '99. So as a freshman, the first thing we did was fucking worry about the millennium change because that was the giant thing.
Y2K.
Oh,
Y2K
my
was like a
mom.
thing.
You're
Yeah.
a conspiracy.
Then 9/11.
Then 9/11, and then or even like Columbine as well was somewhere in there
April. Yeah. 99.
because
You graduated in 04?
02.
How?
02.
I thought
02
you were
or
like
03, right?
35.
What?
How old are you?
38.
Oh, I'm 32. But how did you graduate so much? I
In
graduated in 08.
02 was my.
That's 6 years. What did
I
I stay
graduated
back
07.
twice? Oh my god, I'm an idiot.
Moving along.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So with all that stuff going on, high school was just fucked.
Yeah, it was all
Like
over.
literally, I'm not kidding. Every day for a month and a half to 2 months after like Columbine and 9/11 and all that sort of like with that stuff going on, there's some fucking asshole kid who took it upon himself to call in bomb threats every day.
Oh my god.
So for that an extended period of time, every single day at some point, we would be
Evacuated.
evacuated.
or in a lockdown.
Everybody go to the football. No lockdowns. It was just all evacuated. Everybody go to the football fields. You wait out there for half hour to 2 hours, and nobody went back to school. It was the most disruptive thing ever. And then finally, the person got caught. Probably who knows what the hell happened to him, but like it was just all that shit for my span of high school. So it was like just fucked up. And then all I did was ride my BMX bike. So that's all I remember. It was just that.
The only other thing that I remember is I've met one of my best friends, Mike, and he had a Wolfsburg Mark III,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
silver Jetta,
Mhm.
4-door only.
Mhm.
And I think it was all stock other than like he did a bunch of body shit and lowered it, but he put a PS2 in it. So we'd be like,
What the fuck?
yeah, PS2, and he had a touchscreen dash, and we could play Grand Theft Auto on the dash. So he's like, we're like, yeah, we're detailing the inside. We're just killing people on GTA in there.
Jesus.
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
that.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Yeah. Weird times. Let's see. Moving right along. Coco Kinners. Your significant other surprises you with a new car for Christmas. What do they get you / think you'd want?
New Bronco.
I don't know if my wife would know because I'm literally a fucking spaz and want something different every 2
day,
weeks.
Yeah.
Like in fucking fully invested in something different every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Britt would get an IROC Z for me.
Hell yeah, brother.
T-top. And it's not because I want it, it's because she wants it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Beefy Clutch. If Darth Vader drove a car, what would it be?
M5 SUV.
X5M.
X5M.
I think he
That's-
would drive.
Or wagon.
I think an E63 AMG S wagon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I was going. And an exuberant wagon to fit
Yeah.
many men in there.
Fucking black Dodge Viper.
No.
Because it kind of looks like his helmet.
It does. An ACR.
Details by Doug. If you were to burn a candle, what scent would it be? Oh, man. Give me any candle.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm a big candle guy.
Huge.
I was going to say, I'm
on
like a
candle.
big candle guy. As I
Yeah.
got older, I'm like, those are
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
Then
big candle guy.
you ever get the Woodwick ones?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're the best.
Oh, my gosh.
Shouts to Cosmic Green Candles.
Cosmic
Hey,
Green.
I'll have to
Yeah.
check them out.
Yeah.
They're dangerous because I'm listening to them and I'm laying in bed and I'm like, I could nap so hard like right now, and I get yelled at if I leave them burning. So burn the house down. Catch the drywall on fire. You're staring at me. It's a real life thing. People have died from cigarettes. Okay.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Look, I get it.
Look, I get
It's
it.
good to be safety conscious.
But it's candle.
No, it's good to be safety conscious. Never want open flames.
Yeah.
You walking by there with your fucking flatulence
Yeah.
could cause
Hey, how
a
you
real
doing?
An eruption.
cause a real fucking problem. Let's see. Last couple. Ronan _ age 21. What's the best car related Christmas gift you've received? And also the worst? Best hands down is my mom bought us AAA.
Oh, that's
good.
fantastic.
can't think of.
My worst was LLB driving gloves.
LL Bean driving gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, those could be sick though when it's really cold.
No.
Why?
They were velvet, fluffy,
I
whatever
mean-
that is, fleece.
I mean, if it's really cold, why not?
I don't know.
You have like a metal, like shift knob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see. That
I don't know
shit
what my
here.
best one was.
I don't see
Toolbox.
it. Toolbox. I mean, that's a really good
I
one.
don't think Britt's got me any car parts yet.
No, slacking.
Whatever
What do-
she
what do you
gets me,
usually-
it could be a lug nut. It's gonna be the best one.
What do you
I
usually get?
save.
What do you usually get for Christmas?
I don't know. It's hard.
Socks?
I do. Listen, I have a lot of socks. I don't know why.
There's nothing wrong with socks.
I don't
Yeah.
throw them out. I keep them unless they got a million holes, then I throw them out. But I have a whole bin.
I try to even push the whole ones.
Okay.
Until my wife's like, "What are you doing?"
yeah, yeah. Britt will throw them out.
What are you-
This is. She's like, you're unruly. Yeah, I have like a Tupperware bin, like
You
a big green
heathen.
bin
Yeah.
of
I'm
socks.
all right. That's
That's cut down because I used to buy a pack of socks a week and I wouldn't rewear them.
Oh, I don't see an issue with that.
And now,
You just wear a brand new pair of socks every day.
yeah,
Mr. Seat to your side over there, he was on that kick for a little bit.
dude, it's a fantastic kick
Yeah.
though.
I think he figured out the monetary value of like being able to do it and how affordable it was.
It's not.
depending. It highly depends on the
He
sock.
finagled the numbers to make it sound affordable.
Yeah,
But
I could hear him doing it in my head right now.
No,
I don't
no.
care. Just buy a pack of socks.
No,
today.
I can hear him talking himself into it.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
As he does with most things. I
Yeah.
don't need it, but I bought it.
Shouts to Chuck.
I'd be
He'll back
more
next week.
into a new pair of underwear every day
Yeah.
than a pair of socks.
I haven't bought underwear and socks in a while. Well, what do you guys get for Christmas? Underwear and socks? I feel like that's a must. It's good to start the year with a
I
brand
think a little
new.
bit of everything.
Yeah, it's usually a mix.
I can't even think of what I got yesterday for lunch, so I couldn't tell you what I got for
I was going to
Christmas.
say I can't remember what I got for
I
Christmas.
got satay noodles from Gourmet House. Udon. They're delicious.
That sounds delicious. The craziest Christmas ever, my sister got a 30,000 mile 94 Honda Civic, her own cell phone, a landline, and we got a Nintendo 64.
This Tennessee? Where
Sounds
is it?
like somebody's a bit bitter.
And when I turned 16, I got a cell phone. I'm not calling any names, but it seems a bit unjust.
One-sided, if you will.
A little one-sided. Also, my sister totaled that car. I'm sad about it to this day. 5-speed, one owner. Moving on.
I mean, you gotta look at where the economy was when she was 16.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I question whether or not my dad was in the mafia. It's like an $8,000 car then.
A couple of quick ones. Project Stink Bug. Y'all seen the organic Reese's? It looks like I'll be eating healthy in 2022.
No,
Haven't seen them. Don't wanna.
you go to hell and you die.
Shouts Project Stink Bug. JoJo_Mark2, a man who gets us. Who else is excited for Reese's Christmas trees?
No, you don't go to hell and you die.
My Tanya bought a package of Reese's. There's a mixed bag now.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
She bought the mixed bag package.
One's a tree, one's a stocking.
One's a right
Is there an
what's a
ornament? It's
candy
just a circle.
cane.
Yeah.
I think.
They're all roughly the same shape.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we are taking donations of Reese's. Bucks for the boys.
So the bag.
Uh-oh.
Having children, you have to take what you can get,
It gets better.
and sometimes you have to buy your own candy and hide it in your room
Yes.
because it disappears. Until the littlest one figures out where it is. I don't think my wife got any of them, and I think I got one,
Oh my god.
and they just fucking disappear. Kids are savages.
You have to start hiding them in the ceiling tiles. Like
yeah,
the
something
Sopranos.
outside. Keep them in the car.
That's probably a good place right now. It's winter. Keep it
Nice and
chilling.
cold.
Yeah.
I like to keep my Reese's chilled.
Yeah. Or
Um,
frozen, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's almost done.
Yeah, it's almost started out.
Last one here. Jake_MX5. Will we ever get a collector's series of magazines where old editions are available to buy? Oh, good question. I'd love to do that. If we continue to grow big enough, we could do that. Or a couple things. One, if the demand is there for enough of them to be reproduced, because they're done, obviously. You know what I mean? The magazines are done. I still have those files. So it would just be a matter of sending those off to print again. if that demand ever got so big, sure, where it made sense, we would do that. The other option is if we work with a printer or find a printer who's willing to do smaller quantities for the same price that we pay for the current printing. Because it's, I mean, I think everybody knows it's not cheap to print these things.
No.
And
Gotta be
the more,
same quality too.
the more, right, and that's exactly it. The
I'd say
more,
it's one of the more expensive things we do.
100%, we don't make much money
This is for
off
the people.
off these. Yeah,
No,
it's really.
They're just so good. I'm only missing 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm in on that reproduction.
The
You should check eBay.
honestly, there was a couple that
I
popped
heard
up on
that
there.
there.
It was
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, I would love to. I would genuinely love to. Who knows? I'd personally love to be able to buy our own printer and setup so we can just do it ourselves. It would be so much better to have the on-demand capabilities. But obviously, the hardware to do that is
The binding,
Yeah.
right. The binding is
Printing?
the biggest. Yeah.
not the end of the world.
Imagine
the
if we had our own
binding.
printing press. I could see Chuck in a wife beater and slacks, smoking a cigarette, running around like "Catch Me If You Can"
It's literally what I went to school for.
for printing press.
Yeah.
We got the guy right here.
We do. I know.
We don't have a binder.
We don't have. That's the biggest
That's
thing.
the
Are
problem.
they very expensive?
It's a very.
It's a lot
If
of
you
money
don't
for
do it right,
You just put
the whole
glue.
product is shit. Nope, you don't just put the glue.
You just put
That's
the
not how
glue.
that works.
And then isn't there like a wood press that like sandwiches it or something?
It's not how it works.
Not in this century.
Listen, I watched a little bit of You and I saw him do that.
Yeah.
A little bit of that in there.
Yeah,
little
he
bit
was,
of
he
what?
was fixing a book
You?
from the 1700s, so
You haven't seen You?
they show on
No.
Netflix.
Okay, no, I've not
Sorry.
seen it.
It's all right.
Yeah.
He's a book guy.
It takes me a lot to watch a show. It honestly does. Like, I mean, it's been 3 weeks of finally listening, or 3 weeks plus of listening to Chuck and Corey mention Yellowstone until I finally put on an episode,
Oh,
which
Yellowstone fucks.
which the first episode took me 3.5 days to watch.
That's crazy.
Just it's
You need to finish. Excuse me, Cowboy Bebop. You have to just finish it. I don't want to hear it. You have to just finish it. Unfortunately, it ends at a part where you're going to be like, God damn it, why did
Yeah.
they cancel this?
yeah, I'm sure.
But you have to finish it. It's very good.
Yeah, I'll finish it.
You
You
have,
say I,
to,
you
He'll
say I
get
should
there.
finish it. I'll finish it
you have to do it. It's good.
because I stopped watching that and switched to Yellowstone.
Yeah, can't watch some Yellowstone,
So-
but you got to finish Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. I think that's it for
Yeah.
this week. Yeah, holy shit.
We did good for
Went
ourselves.
3 hours. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Oh, I said it said 2:33.
No, 2. Yeah, we're
Oh.
at 3 hours. I didn't even
Well, we
realize
had
that.
that stint where we were going on about
We were just
things.
we
Other-
went to
other
places.
podcasts.
We
Other
went to
podcasts.
places. Hopefully, everybody enjoys that. Obviously, there's automotive content mixed in there. You know, but we just like to talk about our lives.
You know what? Real quick, another one. I saw one time on Sticky Diljo. Do you guys follow him?
Excuse me?
Joey? Sticky Diljo?
No.
No.
It's like a big time Honda guy that covers a bunch of stuff like SoCal area.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody once commented on his shit and it got like 100 billion likes or whatever. And he was like, honestly, I could watch you guys shoot the shit and talk about steaks. It doesn't matter what content you put out. That's the listeners we want here. Love us for who we are.
Except me.
Yeah, except me.
Well, we appreciate all of you, and we hope we tickled the inner ear of your drums.
We honked on your inner bobo.
On your inner bobo for a few hours. You know, next week's Christmas, which will be here normally, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
it
a
falls
Wednesday. It's on a Saturday.
because it falls on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
it's a bit far.
I
in the
won't be
week.
here on Wednesday. So
Yeah, so we'll all be here. We'll walk you through the Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
You know, get ready for your family.
We should
The,
do a. I got an idea for the next episode.
An Xmas special, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a guest scheduled, so those
Okay.
are not till January
Oh,
sometime.
maybe we should say it now so we could have people submit. I think you guys did this once, maybe though.
what do you got?
Well, Car Guys Christmas list.
Okay.
Top 5.
Okay. Top 5 gifts,
Top
cars.
5 gifts that car guys want. Reasonable ones. Don't put like an ACR Viper as number 1.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I know who's
well-
going to say that's reasonable.
Yeah. This empty chair over here speaks volumes.
Top 5
Yeah.
car related gifts.
Gifts that a car person would want.
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Okay. All right, we'll do that next week. Top 5, that's it.
You could go top 8.
Okay. If there's a
I
couple,
think
we'll
five's
do,
achievable.
we'll do top 5 and
Maybe
then
some
some
honorable
honorable.
mentions.
Yeah.
Honorable
yeah.
mentions is fine.
I think that'll
You
work.
can submit those at Discord.
Submit them on the Discord, and I'm sure at some point next week, probably that Wednesday, we'll put up a thing saying what we'll talk about so you can send it in the
Yeah.
Instagram. But if you want to be ahead of the curve, send it to the Discord.
That'd be a good
Hop
one.
on that. So that's
the
what we'll
Reese's.
do next week. As always, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe. Go subscribe. We're like 30 away
On YouTube?
on the tubes.
Listen, we're not asking anymore then. We're telling you.
We have
We're telling you.
put it this way, we have a giant project that is in my mind that is going to happen next year.
Guys,
And you're going to have to subscribe.
go
Guys.
do
The Gabagool.
it. Guys, go do it.
So go like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Also, check out some of the other shows brought to you by Revival Motoring, Talking Motorcycles, Topics Under the Stairs, the Circle Jerks podcast. And then you can visit our website, revivalmotoring.com. Wow. revivalmotoring.com for more information and advertising opportunities. I don't know where my brain just stopped.
I'm a child. So
I don't .com.
That's our other website.
Yeah.
It's one we don't
Listen
speak
up,
of.
pal.
Yeah, it's one we
You're gonna in for it.
listen up, pal.
There's the toe
Wow.
piece there.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
See y'all later, sons of bitches.